I'm fully convinced they're supported by the federal government of Nigeria too, like the Janjaweed was supported by the government of Sudan. And they actually perpetrated the Darfur genocide. If you guys don't know about it, you should Google it. From 2003 to 2006, roughly 500 to 600,000 Darfurians were killed, and they're North Sudanese people. And mainly they were the black African one, not the Muslim Darfurians. And around 50,000 women were raped and mutilated. It's one of the worst crimes in the continent. And when we're liberating our country, we found that fighting the northern government, we're getting oppressed simply because we're not Muslims and we're black Africans. Most of us are Christians or animists or traditional religion, like we don't believe in the most, or atheists. And that oppression didn't stop until we started fighting. So from 56 till 83, we kept asking the northern government, please do something about this oppression. And then finally we had enough and decided to have a civil war and break the country in two. And that's what I'm worried that's going to end up happening in Nigeria, because I'm getting sick of it watching it, because I can't imagine what you guys are feeling. And we went through that, and it was a very vicious, bloody war. We lost 3 million people to gain independence. We have 6 million people overseas in the diaspora. Don't forget, there's only 13 million South Sudanese here, and there's about 44 million North Sudanese on the top. And what is happening now in the Sudan, they're having their own civil war between the different Islamic militias. And we have 1 million refugees from the north in our border right now that we have to feed and look after. We're getting aid from the United Nations and the United States to deal with it. But when I look at this situation that's happening in Nigeria, I have a really terrible, terrible feeling. This is going to lead to a civil war, which I don't want it to happen, because there's only so long Southern Christians can handle this oppression in Nigeria before they get fed up and decide to do something about it. And I don't believe your government, ever since Goodluck Jonathan, this Islamic government that you have in Nigeria, I generally believe they're going to try to Islamicize Nigeria, using through government forces and using corporate power and the wealth from the oil-rich South. And I think their plan is to systematically use this to make sure there's a permanent Islam majority so they can never lose government. Because the second they get a permanent Islam majority, it's all over for the Christians in the South. You can't vote them out. You can't fight them out. They have the army, they have the military, they have all of the taxes that are going to fund their areas, and they have the poorest areas. So what doesn't make sense is these terrorist organizations that are going around in your country, there is no way they'd be going around without the full cooperation and support by the federal Nigerian government. And this is what I think. There is no way they'd be let. How can Boko Haram get all these weapons, get all these militias, kidnap kids, and you cut them? They simply don't care. And I think we went through the same thing when they were kidnapping and killing our children and our people, until we fought and we got fed up by this. And that's why we're two different independent states. So I have this sick feeling in my stomach what's happening in Nigeria, like I've been through it before. And that's why I pray for you guys. So hopefully you guys deal it well soon. Hopefully it doesn't have to come to a civil war, because that's really nasty and vicious stuff. But the Christians in the South are going to get sick of it. My warning is, if they get a permanent Islamic majority government, there's nothing you can do about it, honestly. That's the saddest part. When you get to the stage you can't vote these guys out, you're doomed. I'm sorry to say. That happened to me and my people. And we had no choice, because we couldn't vote them out. We were too small. They had the military, they had the economy, everything. So I'm thinking about you guys. Hopefully they're sorted soon. But I generally believe the Nigerian government is the one doing this. And they're doing it. They've given these militias the green light to do this. And that's why none of them is being held accountable, because they simply don't want to. And I think that's a sad truth. Thank you.
Sheikh, I have a question for you.
Should I continue with the questions?
When you guys, prior to your...
Should I continue with the questions?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Or civil war, were they dividing, like finding ways to divide the South? You know, those of you in the South. Like
they
tribes and
they divided us between Nuer and the Dinka. So the Dinka are the majority, which are my people. The Nuer are like, so us Dinka were about 30%, the Nuer about 15%, and then we have another 62 tribes, and they divided us into Dor, Nuer, Dinka, and we were fighting each other before we ever fought them. We only became united in 1983. So from 1956 till 1983, us black tribes in the southern part of Sudan, we were fighting each other. And because of the divisions that came from the federal government, so they divided us up in certain areas. So the west is the Barkazal area, The east is the Nuer area, and the north is the Nuer area, and the south is the more like Islamic area in Juba. So if you go to our capital, Juba, a lot of people speak Juba Arabic. And the reason is because the government up north wanted to make Arabic as an official language of the southern Christians. Because if they make Arabic as an official language, we become Arabized. So then we start, pretty much, it takes away our traditional language and our culture. They essentially try to Arabize all of the people in the southern of Sudan, like they have in the north. Like when you go to North Sudan, they're like Algerians and Moroccans and stuff. They're Muslim, they speak Arabic and stuff. That's what they wanted to do till the whole Sudan. They essentially divided us, they conquered us, and then eventually we had a leader that came in, Dr. John Garang. He essentially told the blacks in the south, listen, we have to come together or they're going to kill us all. And that only came in 1983 when we declared our movement, the Sudanese People Liberation Army. It was like a guerrilla movement. And then we fought and then we eventually won. But even till today, we're divided. So the Nuer and the Dinka in 2013, they caused a civil war in my country, but we ended that pretty quickly. But even till today, those tribal lines that have divided us against are so hard to break apart. Like tribal tensions in my country are so bad right now because of what they did, of generations of brainwashing and just things like even with marrying between different tribes it's incredibly difficult because of the way they made us see each other since the founding of our country. And we're just trying to get through those tribal lines even till today. So it leaves deep wounds. I don't know if they've divided you guys in Nigeria and your tribe, but they really did a number on us.
That's why I asked you that question, because like everything you're saying, it's like I'm watching a movie while you're saying it, because this is our reality right now.
Now you know why I brought him.
Wow. We went through the exact same thing. Wow. It's not so
like
different.
It's horrible, Ashchik. It's never been this horrible, but right now it's horrible, and especially among the two tribes. That's kind of like everybody has always known, like these people are literally in love with each other. The intermarriage is crazy. But to find even men who have like their wives from this other tribe will spew the worst, oh my God, the worst, the most horrible rhetorics, divisive rhetorics that you would wonder, how is he living with his wife and he has the heart, the stomach to say, even those of them who have children. Oh God, I don't know what to say.
It's the same thing. Like my uncle, he's Dinka, his wife is Dor, and he has children that are Dor, and he speaks shit about Dor 24/7, and I don't understand how he has children with her. Because he thinks he's superior because he's Dinka. And that's the way he was raised to think. And he has children with her. He's married to her. And he talks shit like that to the children all the time. And I just say this is the level of brainwashing. For example, I myself as a Dinka, I could never date a Nuer girl. But if I wanted to, it'd be so difficult because my parents would be like, no, absolutely not happening. They're not our people. This is the type of brainwashing would happen. Or if I wanted to date a Dor girl or something else, it would just be like a nuclear bomb went off in my household. This is the amount of anti-tribalism that is in my parents' generation. Like, I like to think I'm not tribal, and I do my best not to be. But the amount of brainwashing that I have to survive as an individual coming from the people that are close to me, like the elders in the community and stuff, it's simply horrific. And this tribal thing is the thing that's really, they've done a number of that. And this came from the northern Islamists that did this to us. So right now we even have to heal between each other's tribes. Like, I'm the tribalist. Like, if you're South Sudanese, you're my people. I don't care. I was never raised like that. But this local tribalism is very, very hard, and I think it's the hardest thing to get rid of, because we can never unite. We united against the Islamist north because they were killing us, but between each other now down in the country, it's so divided. It's a segregated country. It's like certain regions you only have Dinka, certain regions you have Nuer, certain regions you have Dor. It's like an ethnic federation. It's not the same like Nigeria. It's like an ethnic federation, like certain regions are one tribe and another tribe. Because we have that same problem here, and it's a big, big problem.
Oh my goodness.
We don't live together.
Wow. Like, Dinka, like, I don't even know what to say.
Yes. I think, did I just say you had a question? I'm telling you, if you listen to it, it's like, hold on. Isn't that what is going on in Nigeria? You know? And you can see what he's saying, where even though that North Sudan cut off, as soon as they removed South Sudan, they can no longer say, oh, is it because these people are not Muslims, these people are not our tribe? What happens? They started fighting with each other. And that's what would happen in northern Nigeria as well, because there is a section of the Muslims that are not jihadists like these people. So even if they ended up splitting Nigeria, they will still end up in another war. Archie, do you have a question for him?
I was just gonna say that. Oh, sorry. Go on, Archie.
No, go on. Let me not cut your trend of thought.
I was gonna say when we left the North Sudan, and don't forget they're all Muslim in North Sudan. Now they're having the worst civil war they've ever had in their own country, and they're all Muslims. There's no Christians there. We're not there anymore, and they're killing each other. Like, we're not there. So the southern Christians that they wanted to brainwash and convert to Islam, we're gone. We have our own country. And what did they do? They start shooting each other. There's been like over 800,000 killed by each other. There's about 4 million refugees. 1 million of them, we have to look at our border. And this is Muslims killing Muslims in the north. It has nothing to do with South Sudanese Christians. We're no longer part of the country. So if that could happen in Nigeria, let's say they split from the north are probably going to fight themselves. Even if you're not there, you know? It's crazy.
The thing is, sorry to like burst in, the thing is the North does not actually comprise of just Muslims. North is 50-50, 50% Muslims, 50% Christians. So it can't even work. That's the simple truth. Excuse me, we have 50% of Muslims in the North, 50% of Christians. I'm a Muslim, I'm from the Middle Belt, but if for some crazy reasons we're saying that we're going to have, God forbid, a different country for the North, like Middle Belt is definitely going to fall into North because they call it North Central, and that's the issue we're having, calling Middle Belt North Central. So 50% of us, I'm talking 50% of people living in the Middle Belt are Muslims, 50% are Christians. And even in the far north, northeast and north, if you go to the northeastern part of the country, we have lots of Christians, maybe 40 to 60 or 45 to 55%. So it is not even, it's unimaginable. There will be another civil war happening in the north itself if they have their own country.
And this is why they know this. This is why they're rapidly displacing you guys.
Hey, Lami,
They cannot,
Southern Kaduna.
They cannot,
You know there is mostly Southern Kaduna that is a Christian, right? Now think about it. Where have most of the attacks been? Southern Kaduna. Because that's where the Kafantin people and stuff. That's the Christian part of Kaduna, right? And then that's what they're doing. Gradually removing the Christians they know are there because they want that land. Archie, I'm going to keep you here for a little bit. Archie, you can ask me a question now.
So Archie, thank you very much for coming on this space and sharing your perspective. Some of those things you said probably would have been very, very hurried to release. So I understand how it can be. Thank you very much. I have a question, but I will first of all have to just drop a little bit of history so you understand. Like the ladies said, every single thing you've explained has happened in Nigeria already, which will bet my question. But before I ask my question, I have worked with a couple of Sudanese, and just up till recently, I never knew Sudan was not an Arab nation. Do you understand? Because every single Sudani I've come across is very, very Arab-centric in nature. Do you understand? So we have those Arabic names like Hanan, Nihal, and the rest of them, Hisham, and these are people I've worked with, do you get? So I felt so, until I had to go and read a little bit about your country's history and found out that the Arabs busted into your country, I think in the 12th or 13th century, if I am not mistaken, and the invasion started from there, which is quite similar to what the Fulanis did to Nigeria, because like Lamin has described, northern Nigeria was predominantly Hausa land until the Fulanis busted into the country, I think sometime in the 14th century from Senegal, and pushed in, and the invasion started, and we have what we have today. My question, yes, another historical perspective to note for everybody who's listening and is Nigerian is the fact that we have the highest population of Nigerians in diaspora in Sudan. It is not a mistake that Nigeria is the way it is. Our highest population of Nigerians in diaspora, any country in the world, is domiciled in Sudan, predominantly northern
Are you
Sudan.
kidding? Why?
Yes,
What are they doing there?
Yes, we have 5% of Nigeria's population in northern Sudan. 5%. I think
He's
about 10
telling the
million.
truth. It's correct.
About 10 million. So once you see some things happen in Nigeria, it's not coincidental. It's by design. There is a roadmap. It has been moved.
I'm in as much shock as you. What?
Never heard that before.
It's being replicated. So you have most Nigerians in Sudan than, in fact, the whole of the West, for starters. So, but what my concern is I check with the history you've seen, with the fact that you now, have the understanding that Nigeria is as polarized as Sudan was until you guys took a step back. If you were given, because I've asked myself this question and I don't have an answer to it, if you were given a bird's eye view and you were sent back in time to forestall something of the nature of, the crisis and the genocide that happened to your people that birthed that, separation, if you were given the task of taking a decision that would have forestalled that and still bettered the lot of your country, because I still feel the Hausas in northern Nigeria, the southern Kadunas, some of those indigenous tribes in northern Nigeria are still as Nigerian as I am Nigerian, irrespective of what, the invasion has happened in northern Nigeria. If I were to be given a chance, and I feel a military coup, people keep talking about, I pray that we are in that position where we can even have that option. But actually, to you, if you were given that position to take that decision, what would be your advice to your people to find a way to forestall that genocide and get your country the liberation it needs? Because at this point, you're talking to me in Nigeria, you're talking to Lamin in Nigeria. We are at the brink of that confusion. Every single thing is sponsored by states, right? Someone was talking on this space. They are going to go and pay ransom from Nigerian Naira very soon to these terrorists that kidnap these children. They will release maybe 220 or 30 or 50 and they'll count it as a win against terrorism. They will recycle it's just a conundrum on its own. Advise us if you are not in the conundrum, in the confusion that I am, what would you take as a decision? Or what would you advise Nigerians to do at this point to save what is already a doomsday in waiting?
My answer is, my leaders at the time, the Black African leaders in my country, Dr. John Garang and stuff, they had discussions with the Northern Arab people, and he actually didn't want an independent South Sudan when he started. He said he wants autonomy for his people in the region, for us not to be attacked, for us to live the lives that we want to do, and for us not to be invaded and forced. So his early criteria was, please stop attacking us, we're all Sudanese people. He believed this, that we're all Sudanese people, there's nothing differences. But every time he tried to negotiate with them, they just wouldn't listen. And what really happened at the end of the day is a coup happened. So so everything was going okay, but a coup happened. Umar al-Bashir took power by force in the 80s, and he declared Sudan as an Islamic republic. That's what triggered the civil war. When he declared Sudan an Islamic republic, all of the Sudan, it triggered the civil war. My advice would be, if you have leaders and you can talk to these leaders and something, they have to advocate for you. Do you have leaders that advocate for the Hausa, leaders that advocate for the other people that are getting attacked? Because those leaders have to step up and say something. Because if they don't, and they let this government keep doing what they're doing, that's how this war is going to happen. Your leaders need to step up before it's too late. Right now, these kids that have been kidnapped, you need prominent leaders in the federal government, prominent leaders of these people to speak up, to say this is not okay, to do something about it. Because people are going to get fed up. It's only a matter of time before people are fed up and actually pick up a gun and do something about it. And the only reason that happens is because their leaders failed them. If your leaders fail you in stopping these kidnapping, these murders and stuff, you're going to get people in Nigeria, they're going to say, F it, I'm going to do something about it. And a war will happen. But before that war happens, you need to have your spokespeople actually speak up for your voice, because you guys are speaking out. And I don't hear any prominent leaders in Nigeria speaking out. And that worries me. Where are these leaders speaking on behalf of these children, demanding these children come home? There has to be there, because if they're not there, the victims of this kidnapping and these children, they're going to say, you know what, our leaders are absolutely useless. We're going to take matters to our own hands. The reason we will take matters to our own hands, because law enforcement have failed. The people that are supposed to protect you are not protecting you. And when that breaks down and the people that you trust to protect you are not protecting you any longer, my advice would be to reach out to these people before something really horrific does happen. Because if they don't speak up now and you feel like you don't have any leadership, you don't believe in your government is corrupt, the only way to do it is to get rid of that government. And it has to happen before it's too late. What I was talking to my father is a lieutenant general in the South Sudanese Armed Forces. He joined the army at 14 when the Civil War started. And he's fought through the army, and today he's a lieutenant general. I asked him about the war, if it could have been prevented. He said yes, if we had competent leadership. But back then in South Sudan, we didn't have any leaders that would stood up for us. And every time our people got killed, the average people like myself and other people decided, you know what, we're going to join the military and we're going to fight because I'm sick of my people dying. You know, and it's only a matter of time. When I joined, you get sick of your people dying. And if you see people dying enough, you're going to say, you know what, I'm going to join up too, and I'm going to fight for my people. My father told me if he had competent leadership, he would have never had to join the army because the war would have been avoided. It only happens when you have a lack of leadership or weak leadership. And in Nigeria, for that to stop happening, this is just my personal opinion, the people that are supposed to look after you have to say something, and they have to do something about it, because you guys are going to get fed up. And I can hear from your voice that you're already fed up. And the next step after getting fed up is actually doing something about it, not just talking about it. And I hope it doesn't get to that stage. I hope it's a really difficult question to answer, Archie, but I just hope it doesn't get to the place where the people that are getting attacked in Nigeria start shooting back. Because when they start shooting back, they're not going to stop shooting back until they're free and they're safe. That's how it's going to go, honestly. And I hope it doesn't happen, because I've been to Nigeria. It's a fantastic country, unbelievable people, you know. Smart people. Nigeria should be a world superpower, honest to God. I believe this all my heart and soul. Smart people. But the corruption, this is what's the problem. The corruption has to be dealt with. Because, Archie, if this doesn't stop and the people that are supposed to look after you don't say anything, it's going to become a war, because people have to protect their families. That's a sad aspect of life, honestly. Thanks. Hope I answered it.
Oh man.
My brother, thank you very much for doing justice to it. We don't have anybody. So over to you, Duncan.
Oh man. I would tell you, this woman.
Tinedu's intervention following its demolition by the FCT administration. A developer of a multi-billion naira property near Asokoro has called on President Bola Tinedu's intervention following its demolition by the FCT administration. The property, which sits on a 214-hectare plot, was said to have been pulled down without any order of revocation issued by the authorities of the FCT. It marks the first major demolition by the Nyesom Wike administration.
On Wednesday morning, scores of armed security operatives, including soldiers, policemen, and civil defense, surround the 214-hectare property near Sokoro, where multiple luxury duplexes are being developed. After about 6 hours, the buildings, some of which had got to lintel level, and the fence are all pulled down and left in a heap of rubble. The property is owned by one of the foremost private developers in Abuja, Kwaku Nigeria Limited, led by Linus and Nicholas Ukachukwu. Ukachukwu claims the demolition was done in bad faith.
We can call for a meeting over the land. We went with our documents. After he see what we have with our lawyer and the other people's other sunrise, which they get part of that land. And we can say that there is nothing on this, that the court should take effect after going around the land. His normal ways of behavior. He started shouting, how would they take all this land and give to Igbo man?
According to him, all the legal title to the property had been obtained, including 2 ministerial approvals, the latest from the erstwhile FCT Minister Bello Muhammad.
It went through all due process, including ministerial approval. We have full final title, certificate, and offer.
The certificate of occupancy?
Yes, offer to certificate of occupancy.
Most alarming, according to him, is that there was no order revoking his rights to the property before the demolition took place.
As I'm talking to you now, we are not receiving any documents. All these things was only what we saw, the demolition. The title has not been revoked, we are not being served.
Ukachukwu also insists the action of the Minister of the FCT runs contrary to 2 pending court orders restraining any action by the FCT on the plot of land.
2 separate courts issued different court order restraining him from tampering or doing anything in those property. But all of a sudden today, we can move all the caterpillars in Abuja and went and started pulling those properties that we have invested billions into down.
He wants President Chinedu to wade into the matter to protect the rights of genuine investors and businessmen.
Calling Mr. President, who I know that has nothing to do with the tribe, to call on the bring either he remove this man.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, great Biafrans and lovers of freedom. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you through the auspices of Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu from our province of Biafra London. We are here live and direct. Today is the first day of April 2024. Therefore, I welcome each and every one of you to welcome your friends and well-wishers onto this hallowed platform where we preach the gospel of liberation, the gospel of freedom. We shall never depart from preaching this gospel because this is our life. Therefore, once again, I welcome each and every one of you on today's edition of Radio Biafra House of Service. You can be hearing our voice clearly on FM CHK 102.1 on parts of Biafra land, on satellite, free to air satellite, we are on there. Also on our IPOB community radio. It's a very low data consuming application, and moreover, you can also alternatively you can be listening via simple radio, because as a Biafran, as somebody that wants to be listening to this hallowed platform on your phone, you must make sure that you download IPOB community radio and simple radio, so that when IPOB community radio is down for some few minutes or seconds or hours anyhow, you can use simple radio in order to continue listening. You know, we have to make effort for other options. Also on the social media, on the internet, you can be hearing our voice through different media platforms. Just go to www.ipob.org. www.ipob.org. There also you can enter into PayPal. They have different options for listening. PayPal, through which you can make your donations onto IPOB for the smooth running of what we are doing, and for ESN, you donate for ESN, because everything is being also powered by finance. We will never shy away from that reality. It is truth. Therefore, as today is the first day of April 2024, I will continue on the issues at hand. Do not forget that I am on this series of the continuous colonial legacy in Africa. Today I'm going to discuss some of the colonizers' strategy which they are using in our land still today, because as I used to say, Nigeria, once you say you're a Nigerian, you are living the reality of continuous colonial legacy. That is the truth. You know, we have to face the truth. I mean, the reality facing us. Because before 1940, nobody was a Nigerian. So, it is the colonizers, the European powers that came to us, came to our land, a land that has been existing for thousands, if not millions of years. People have been existing in that part of the world for thousands, if not millions of years. Now they came and they draw people together, people that are supposed not to be together. And the name gave us a name, Nigeria. And that is the horrible fact we are living with today. The continuous colonial legacy. Nigeria is a bad example. It's a fact. So I'm going to talk about it. But before that, I want to read our press release, please. Before I go, I will read some news headlines. As I'm reading, I'm analyzing and also touching to the topic. IPOB press release of today being the 1st of April 2024. Enugu State Governor's plan to destroy IPOB in Enugu is effort in futility. That is the caption. The attention of the global family and movement of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, ably led by the great and amiable leader Mazi has been drawn to the plan of the Nigeria selected governor of Enugu State, Dr. Petamba, to destroy IPOB in that state. It is unfortunate that Petamba wants to tread the path of shame and destruction, which he has seen backfire on others who have tried. Dr. Mba mentioned 8 non-IPOB members whom he wrongly linked to IPOB. They are Mazi Sondo Obodo, Mazi Destiny Okoye, Mazi Chukura Oke, Mazi Emeka Ono, Mazi Friday Egu, Mazi Oji Ndo, Mazi Stephen Mado, and Mazi Buchi Eze. For clarity and record purposes, these Petamba linked to IPOB are not IPOB members, and the movement never seen these Petamba thugs as IPOB members. So, Petamba, you must stop mentioning them as IPOB members. IPOB doesn't engage criminals. IPOB is working hard to provide security and direction that many southeastern governors have refused or failed to provide, while their counterparts in the Northern Territory are being funded and protected by the Nigerian government. Southeastern governors are conspiring to destroy IPOB, who is their last line of defense in Biafra land. Some governors in the southeast are under pressure from the Fulani Caliphate in the Nigerian government to destroy IPOB to pave the way for their foot soldiers, the murderous Fulani jihadist herdsmen terrorists, to invade Alibo. Petamba, we are waiting for you and your government. We assure them that no governor can stop or destroy IPOB. In the process of stopping IPOB, the compromised governors can only create more insecurity in their states that will eventually destroy them and their careers. We are calling the citizens of Enugu State to call their Fulani selected Governor Petamba to order in the desperation to honor his agreement with the Fulani nationalists. Governor Petamba will destroy Enugu State. Dr. Petamba wants to join Hope Uzodimma and other northern governors who enrich themselves from insecurity by collecting more money from security votes. These people mentioned above as IPOB in 2012, the time IPOB was a child of 2 years, will destroy Petamba and his government in Enugu State. IPOB did not call for protests in any part of the southeast. Nevertheless, whether rumors of protests or not, IPOB won't succumb to any blackmail or threats. IPOB is focused on the restoration of Biafra independence as a sovereign nation and is not against or after any governor, and we are not interested in their political blackmail and propaganda. But any government that is against IPOB, we shall be against it. Since they selected Petamba as governor of Enugu State last year, and he has been walking around to fight and destroy IPOB, which is not possible. But as your fellow Fulani puppet in Imo State, How Market, he bought what he cannot cook. The only beef Dr. Petamba has with IPOB is our stand against Fulani ranch establishment in Enugu State. IPOB maintains our no stance on Fulani ranches, and there is nothing Petamba can do to placate IPOB to establish Fulani ranch or Ruga settlement in Enugu State. While IPOB is countering the influx of Fulani militias into Enugu communities, Petamba is encouraging Fulani headsmen to take over some communities. But irrespective of the evil agreement that Petamba has with his Fulani masters, IPOB will never allow Fulani to occupy any inch of land in Biafra. We challenge Petamba to start planned attacks on IPOB members in Enugu and face the consequences. Your fellow Fulani puppet in Imo State should tell you of the outcome of his choice to fight IPOB with Ebubago militia and the Nigerian security agencies. IPOB will be waiting for Dr. Petamba to unleash his newly recruited security outfit. He who fetches an ant-infested firewood will definitely have lizards as guests. Comrade Emma Powerful, Media and Publicity Secretary for the indigenous people of Biafra. This is as clear as crystal, and it also goes to what I want to talk about today. Why is it that this our people, our so-called Igbo people, Biafrans, as governors, as politicians, they are ready to do everything to satisfy the caliphate? Why? Why is it so? It's a question that I never get the answer. I am telling you. I never get the answer. Why? Whatever that is happening, that has been happening, they don't learn. When you side foreigners against your own people, it is the people that will live on the ugly consequences. You understand? So that is the issue. Why is Petamba bent or hair bent? That is the the maintenance of the continuous colonial legacy, which I'm going to talk about today. Because the continuous maintenance or existence of Nigeria means we are living the colonial legacy. We never break away from it. And it is very, very sad. I am telling you honestly. It's very, very, very sad. Now, let me start by, when we talk about colonization, have you taken your time to really dig out deeply, think about deeply the meaning of colonization? They use they use grammar, English, to simplify evil. That is why I am happy. When Biafra comes, we are going to go deep into using our various mother tongues, our indigenous languages, in making national announcements, making our constitutions. Do you know colonization? Do you know that I don't think we have this type of thing, the equivalent in Igbo language, colonization. Do you have the equivalent? We don't have the direct translation of colonization in Igbo language. Do you know the reason? Because we don't know it. We are people, we don't know what is colonization. We don't believe in it. But the people that live on it, that brought it, that is why they have the world. Do you know that? Only what you can see in Igbo language, maybe the translation is description. Not one word about it, description. Which means, we're just trying to describe it. We don't have a word for it. Unless if there is, you let me know by inboxing me. The Igbo translation of, colonization. To colonize, because that is evil. We simplify things that are evil very deep, but it is being simplified because using foreign language, English language, using European language, and we don't even think about it. Do you understand the real meaning of colonization? To colonize means to take control of an area and sometimes send people to live there. I want so that in our water former to colonize, to take control of an area that does not in any way belongs to you. It never belonged to you. You just go because you can. You just imagine, in our land, in Biafra land, to go to another person's land, according to our tradition, you go to somebody's land, everybody knows it's a bona fide inheritance. You go there, you claim that it is your land. You start because if you talk, you say, no, I can kill you. That's why I am here. Or you go to somebody's compound, somebody's ancestral land with a family. You say, oh boy, now me get here, I want to be in charge of here. I am in charge of here, you people should go to hell. Any person that talks, you use knife or stab him. Others now will believe in fear. You now tell them, okay, you give them the condition where to live now, maybe at the backside, the side, in another hut. And you'll be controlling them. That is colonization. In our own tradition, it is evil. But when we are using English language describing it, colonization, it's very sweet, as if it's normal thing, normal thing. We describe it. But there are some words we need to have heavy, we reason heavily. These are words, if you pronounce it with a heavy heart, colonization. But it's a pity that we don't read meaning into it any longer. We simplify it. Whereas all our many Igbo kaina akumakaya colonization. You just go to somebody's compound and pursue the people if you want, or kill the ones you can kill to subdue them and take any person that is, I say, this is my place, you install there. That is what colonization means. It's anathema. It's evil. In our tradition, we call evil. It's evil. The Europeans did this, and very light. We are now taking it very light. Colonization. Colonial masters. Colonization. Even we gave them name. They are masters. They say that we are in a mess. Mentally, they have converted us into being in a complete mess all round. We don't even understand the meaning of words. The meaning of things that happen to us. We never even care to think deep about it. You understand me? As you are hearing my voice from Germany, as a black person, as an African, for example, you just go the house, the apartment you are living, paying rent. From tomorrow, you say you come and tell them that you people can go to hell. This house belongs to me. I will live here, and you start giving other people that are living in apartment blocks. You give them quick notice. They will look at you that you are insane. You are mentally. They will take you to a mental, hospital. But this is what they did to us. You go to somebody's house and take it by force and occupy. If he talk, he chop off his neck and say nothing will happen. Anything, the whole properties he has inside the house, it belongs to you because of your power. That is what the Europeans did to us. I want to just explain to you a bit in a layman's understanding, so that our people will start understanding all these words we use very commonly and very lightly, what it means. Colonization. Are you hearing me? That is why we are behaving the way we are behaving today. Because we became, they colonize everything, our brain, our character, our way of life. They turn us into another thing that we are not, in different ways. And today we are seeing the ugly consequences. They force us to live with the people that are, that don't understand the value of life. Unless you live according to the way they dictate. They force us to live with all other colonizers. That is the Fulani, because they are colonizers also. That is why Europeans love them. Are you hearing me? Europeans love them. They walk hand in hand. Do you understand what I'm saying? That is the reality. It's one of the reasons Europeans love them. They work with Europeans because Europeans see them as behaving like them, the Europeans. They are brutal like the Europeans. If you continue digging out, studying what the Europeans did to different parts of the world, what France did in Africa, in North Africa, in the Americas, in Asia, Indochina, they slaughtered the people in Indonesia, in Laos, in Cambodia, different places of the world. The same thing with Britain, with Portugal, with after they have just sit down on everybody with their religion and become our savior. You start understanding why we are in a crisis we are in today. So, maintenance of Nigeria. Look, Nigeria being maintained as a country is the continuous colonial legacy that we are living. It is the reality that is facing us. Are you hearing me? Now, how are they continuing to maintain Nigeria? They always raise people. That is their strategies. They raise people among us to fight us. They use propaganda. Like this Pitamba, the governor of Enugu State. They will give him just for 8 years only to loot. Now they will use him to cause problem that we as a people, not only in Enugu, every Biafran will suffer forever. Do you see their strategies? The same thing that is happening in Imo State. You see how they impose him. He's an Igbo man from our mama, but they use him. He doesn't care about destruction, even his own father's land. He don't care. As long as he is in that power. Hope of them say that na ihe achukwu mere na ebere nye ya ka mmadụ ga-achọ ịnapụta ya, which means it is something that he has been looking for. He never get it in the right way. Now they use him. Fourth position. Greed. Let me tell you, greed. You see greed. Greed. Anyuku. And gluttony. Gluttony is okpa. Gluttony is what people okpa is different from poverty. For your information, onyo okpa can be a very rich person, but onyo okpa. You know, that is why when something about our people will be giving example, no, hunger there for land now. That's why I say no, stop this. No. Stop talking about it. I used to resist it vehemently, either publicly or privately. I said no. Stop saying hunger. We are not the only people that are hungry. Statistically, even you will see that even our people are more better off than most others, even in Africa. I mean, when it comes to tribe, yes. It is gluttony. You are rich, but you still want more. Oliver Twist. You still want more. You want more. Some more. Even if you are stealing it and destroying it, it doesn't matter. But you want more. That is when you become tool in the hand of colonizers. Like Hope Uzodimma. If Hope Uzodimma is a reasonable person, he will still say, look, I need power. I want to become the governor of Imo State, yes. But I want to do it in a genuine way. Not in this way, please. They will leave him and they will know that he is reasonable. That he is not a glutton. Now, who don't you pa? He will tell them, he will make them understand, no. Carrying me from fourth position, imposing me, no. It will cause wahala. It will come no matter what. I don't want my political ambition doesn't merit the blood of my people. Just like Goodluck Jonathan said in 2015, when he was surrounded, and he won the election. But my political ambition to become president of Nigeria second time does not merit the blood of my Nigerians. Yeah, I have to surrender. I used to say it. I say, where you see Biafrans, Igbo men used to surrender easily. When it comes to national, when it comes to non-Biafran political issue. But let it be on any state in Biafra land, any part of Biafra land, whether it's in Bayelsa, whether you see on your own, I want to die there. No, if instead of me not to be there, let everybody die. Now that time you see their blood, the blood of our people, the blood of our people, they will merit it. I mean, we merit their political ambition. Now, as I was saying, when it comes to our people, the blood of our people or their political ambition merits the spilling of thousands, if not millions, of our people's blood. They don't care. For you to see that they are cowards. You ask the whole person, imagine that, for example, it is Asorok presidency that he is on the 4th position. Will he have the courage to start vying to go to first? Look at Obi last year. Look at Obi. He become gentle dove. He cannot make any. No. I don't want no crisis. But let it be that it's a governorship issue. Where it concerns only Igbo people, you see them, they become larger than life. These are mad people. I don't know why we have this character. With this thing I'm talking about, is not only on governors. No, it's not only on politicians. Average Igbo man is like that. If you have deal with a foreigner, he will condescend and become gentle dove, and no problem. Anything he will laugh and become very gentle jack. But if it is between him and his brother, what I'm telling you is reality that is we are seeing every day. He will now tell you that he will, instead of him to live this, he will die. Everybody will die. Who did us this? This is the weak point the Europeans saw in our land, in Africa in general. We are accommodating to foreigners, and to the detriment of our collective interests. That is it. Have you think deep. Just lie down or stay in your yoga, in your quiet place, and think about colonization. To colonize. You go to somebody's house now, you occupy it, you say, no, I will not go, this is my house. They are talking in no. Do you think I'm joking? That instead blood will spill here. Now my house, now me build this house, now me in somebody's house where that everybody knows. Which means you want to colonize there. That is what colonization means. In our land. If you are understanding the details of this, you will never accept even what they brought free of charge as religion. Tell me, free of charge. And you don't know. Who tell you that? It doesn't happen like that. Are you hearing me? Now, the question you should ask yourself, why is it now that they are unleashing propaganda warfare against IPOB? Why? You say they have used their infiltrator to do some dirty job which he cannot deliver. Have you asked me, why is it that every time, look at the Nigerian government now, Nigerian military, they are distributing tracts, flyers to our people as they are coming home. They distribute flyers. You know what they write in that flyer? IPOB is causing death and destruction. Now you ask, if causing, that is the question you should ask them. What is Nigeria causing? Nigeria that is, the lowest wage, 30,000 naira, they cannot even pay. Some states cannot even pay. And one bag of 50 kg rice, which can never last up to 1 month for a family of 4, is now 80,000 naira to 80-something thousand naira. Almost triple the wage, minimum wage. Now you ask, that one is only rice, so you never pay house rent, you never talk about light bill, other bills, children's school fees. How do you go that? Now, if IPOB is causing death and destruction, now what is Nigeria causing? It's giving you life. Nigeria, no. Nigeria is giving you life every day, right? That is a reasonable question you have to ask them. And do you know what they are doing? Let me tell you. When you look at the details, they will tell you that infiltrator in Finland, call his name, mention, they put his name on IPOB because that is what what they paid him to do. First of all, use IPOB, be in charge, claim that you're in charge of IPOB, claim everything. Do not remove yourself from that name IPOB. Now, okay, but raise the fund with it. Now, after uselessing for them, that is the way they plan it. Once you useless that name, now you jettison it. Now they will tell him, leave the other job, leave the remaining for us, we will do it. And that is the remaining they are doing. Are you hearing me? That is the remaining. That for him, for the infiltrator, he said IPOB is now dead. Is now dead. Are you listening to what I'm saying? I want the way for people, for a nation to develop and advance a people, to carry people along is to tell people the truth, to tell people the reality. It does not matter whether it is better, but that reality you must be telling people. People should understand what is going on. That is the mistake. Many African politicians many African leaders are doing. They have secrets they are not telling people, but that secret is the cause of everything. Are you hearing me? They are afraid of their lives, that if they reveal the secrets, that the people that put them there will kill them. That is the colonizers, the European evil colonizers, that they will kill them. Let us no more, baptize the colonizers as if they are masters, they are good. No, it's evil. Let us call it by the name. They are satanic, demonic colonizers, European demonic colonizers. That is how I'll be referring to them now. Because it's evil. Colonizing a place, taking people's things by force and still returning it. Any person that talk, you kill him on top of it because you can do it. That is evil. And that is what the Europeans are doing. The West are doing in general. Till today. Imagine that for Tinubu, and that is what the Europeans are doing. The West are doing in general. Till today. Imagine that, for example, for Tinubu, and that is what the Europeans are doing. The West are doing in general. Till today. Imagine that, for example, for Tinubu today. Imagine that, for example, for Tinubu to today.
In wisdom.
My answer is my leaders at the time, the black African leaders in my country.
Therefore, I welcome each and every one of you to welcome your friends and well-wishers onto this hallowed platform to fight IPOB with Ebuago, militia, and the Nigerian security agencies. IPOB will be waiting for Dr. Petamba to unleash his newly recruited security outfit. He who fetches an ant-infested firewood will definitely have lizards as guests. Comrade Emma Powerful.
onye ọ bụ naanị aka ikere nọ n'ọgbadara aka ya anyị wee na-akpọku gị na-asị gị na nke ọma ma anyị ga-ekele gị nke ọjọọ ma anyị kelee gị anyị wee na-aja gị mma wee na-eto gị wee na-asọpụrụ gị n'isi ụmụ gị niile bụ ndị ikwu ndị wee ezi oku mgbe a kpọrọ ha ka ha wee chekwaa ala nsọ gị bụ Biafra onye nwụ na Chineke na ihe n'ikpere anyị nkwa na o mekataghị ka ndị iro wee were ala nsọ Biafra onye nwụ na Chineke na nke bi n'igwe agbanyeghị atụmatụ ọjọọ niile nke ndị iro ma ndị na-agba mgbogbe ebe niile dị iche iche onye nwụ na Chineke nna ihere bụ nke ndị dị etu a n'ụbọchị nke taa anyị wee na-eto gị wee na-asị onye nwe anyị na Chineke nna nke pụrụ m ihe niile onye ọ bụ naanị ya na-azọpụta onye ọ bụ naanị ya bụ okwu ya niile bụ ihe na amen anyị wee na-asị ezi ebube dị ngọzi nara otuto na ịja mma na nsọpụrụ site n'ebighị ebi ma ruo n'ebighị ebi ise ise ise.
Hello, thank you very much for joining us this morning, afternoon, and night, depending on where you are joining us from. Welcome to Sunrise on Radio Biafra 102.1 FM. My name is Mazi Mbanali, and it is an absolute pleasure to be with you here every morning from 5 to 7 a.m. Biafra time. It is a pleasure to be with you. We worship on Radio Biafra because we seek to conscientize ourselves here. We seek to motivate ourselves here. This is where we worship. This is where we wake up to. So I thank you very much for joining us this morning. Today is the first day of April 2024. The first day of April 2024 in what people regard as April Fool. April Fool. Today is the day that people regard as April Fool, and the date is the 1st of April 2024. And the time now is 4 minutes past the hour of 5 in the holy and blessed land of Biafra. So I say thank you very much for joining us on this day, April Fool Day. It is a wonderful day. Forget the tag, forget what people are calling it. It is a wonderful day. It is a beautiful day. So I say good morning to you and welcome to Radio Biafra. Oh, sometimes there are music that I would like to play. And it takes me back to airing on Facebook and going live on Facebook. And I every time wonder the kind of music that you want to listen to every morning. But we have certain restrictions. I was informed some hours ago by someone who is at Aba. He said, "Oh, Mazi, our radio here is not working." We all must understand something. This is a project that the Zoo government is doing everything that it can in order to make sure that it doesn't go far. And these radio stations are being worked on one after the other. So if yours is not working right now, all you can do is send in the information to the right people, those who are responsible for the fixing of such issues will make sure that they deal with such issues as soon as they can. And in whichever way that you can help, assuming you want to help and say, okay, what can I do in order to make sure that these radios in different places work, that they function, then you must contact the leadership and they will direct you on what to do. What is they are here for. This salvation is not for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's family. It is not for Mbanali's family. It is not for Nworu's family. No, this salvation is our salvation. The salvation of the Biafran people. Therefore, it is always a very good development when you have something to offer and you bring it to the table. Today is Monday. Therefore, I welcome you once more and I say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Thank you very much for joining us here on Radio Biafra. And before we begin, I would like to call for the immediate release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I would like to call for the immediate release of an innocent man who committed no crime. This man did not commit any crime known to law, but he is in the DSS dungeon. This man did not commit any crime. As a matter of fact, this man, a crime against humanity has been committed against this man. A crime against humanity, a heavy crime has been committed against this innocent man. And therefore, I am calling for his immediate and unconditional release. His immediate and unconditional release. And if you are anywhere in Biafra land and in some parts of the zoo, you can listen to Radio Biafra by simply going to 102.1 FM on your radio. 102.1 FM on your radio. We are also streaming live on satellite. We are streaming live on various apps such as Radio Biafra. We are streaming live on various apps such as IPOB Community. These apps that I have mentioned are very low data usage apps that you can download from your app store easily. Easy peasy. You just download them from your app store and you begin to listen to Radio Biafra from anywhere you are. And if you have an app called Simple Radio, just search for Radio Biafra and you will find Radio Biafra on Simple Radio. You can also visit our websites, that is radiobiafra.co and ipob.org. And if you want to make any contributions, go to ipob.org, financial contributions, ipob.org, to be able to contribute towards this movement. And you'll be able to also read the latest news. You'll be able to read the latest news on what is happening towards the struggle and about the Biafran Restoration Project. You must be able to see the news from our website. So I encourage you to join us greatly on our march to mental emancipation. I encourage you greatly to join us. If you have not found your feet, I encourage you, keep looking, you will find your feet. Keep looking, you will find your feet. I encourage you to join us because this is a march to mental emancipation. And it is a necessary step for you to join us in this march to mental emancipation. Do not forget to like and follow us on our various platforms, on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, on YouTube. Do not forget to like and follow us. So, today, being the first day of April 2024, I once more call for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I once more call for the release of Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I call for the Nigeria government to release this innocent man who committed no crime. Your own courts, the Nigerian courts, already discharged and acquitted this innocent man who the Nigeria government abducted from Kenya. So why are you keeping Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the DSS dungeon? The abduction and continued incarceration of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is illegal and it is a crime against humanity. Just like your own courts have ruled that this is a crime against humanity and it is illegal. Why then have you not released this innocent man? This man that you tried to kill in 2017, Nigeria government tried to assassinate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He escaped. at least 28 people were slaughtered by the Nigeria army in his home that day. The Nigeria army slaughtered at least 28 people in his home on that very day that he managed to escape. What did these people commit? What crime did they commit? What crime did they commit? And in 2021, the 19th of June 2021, they committed an international offense, a crime, which the United Nations Working Group on Arbitrary Detention declared as a violation of International Human Rights Convention. They extraordinarily renditioned Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, what is in short international kidnapping. How do you think this is a progressive government? How can you have an advanced or developed nation from Nigeria? How can you have that? How do you think that is possible? This is a government that prides itself as a democratic government. This is a country that prouds itself as a democratic country, but they do not practice anything called democracy. The only democracy that they enjoy is election. And in Nigeria, the election has been turned into selection process. A process where UK selects those who they want to be in charge of Nigeria. It has now been turned into a selection process. Nigeria becomes dented. Nigeria suffocates it. Nigeria suffocates anything good that you bring in. Nigeria will find a way to suffocate it. And if you do not understand why we are campaigning for our freedom, then that is. Then look at the abduction of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu by Nigeria government. Why? Simply because he gave them solution to the corruption. The corruption that is ravaging Nigeria, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gave them a solution to it. The political instability that is ravaging Nigeria, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gave them a solution to it. The economic mismanagement that is the bone of contention today, that is the reason why there is poverty, the reason why there is starvation, is because of economic mismanagement, because Nigeria has more than enough. More than enough. Nigeria has more than enough. But because of economic mismanagement, Nigeria is floundering. Nigeria is nowhere to be seen when Committee of Nations speak. Nigeria is nowhere to be found because Nigeria doesn't have what it takes. Nigeria is corruption-ridden. Nigeria is politically unstable. Nigeria is suffering from economic mismanagement. Nigeria is suffering from ethnic tension. Ethnic tension is a product of the Nigerian system. These are people who were living together as neighbors, and they were forcefully brought together into a giant zoo called Nigeria. And today they have turned at each other's throat. And today they are no more the friends that we knew. Nigeria uses every opportunity it can in order to subjugate the people and put them at war at each other. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, despite all these things I've mentioned, corruption, political instability, Nigeria uses every opportunity it can in order to subjugate the people and put them at war at each other. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, despite all these things I've mentioned, corruption, political instability, Nigeria uses every opportunity it can in order to subjugate the people and put them at war at each other. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, despite all these things I've mentioned, corruption, political instability, at each other. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, despite all these things I've mentioned, corruption, political instability,
and the funds are all pulled down and left in a heap of rubble. The property is owned by one of the foremost private developers in Abuja, Kwaku Nigeria Limited, led by Linus and Nicholas Ukachukwu. Ukachukwu claims the demolition was done in bad faith.
We can call for a meeting over the land. We went with our documents. After he see what we have with our lawyer and the other people's other the Sunrise, which they get part of that land. And we can say that there is nothing on this, that the court should take effect after going around the land. His normal ways of behavior. He started shouting, how would they take all this land and give to Igbo man?
According to him, all the legal title to the property had been obtained, including 2 ministerial approvals, the latest from the erstwhile FCT Minister Bello Muhammad.
They went through all due process, including ministerial.
Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Jonathan Chinedu from Alu Province of Biafra London. We are here live and direct after a sudden technical issue that took over, but it is okay and we must continue pushing on. Therefore, today is the first day of April, that is the 4th month, first day of the 4th month, 2024. Remember, I'm talking about the continuous colonial legacy in our land in Africa. And Narotaka today about the colonizers' strategy. We must continue in what we are doing. So, as I was talking before this technical issue that abruptly took over the whole thing, I talked about colonization. I say, please, as you're hearing my voice, take your time, reason deeply about what we take lightly, colonization. Of which there, arrow merai, but we, because of using foreigners' language, that is foreign language, we take it light. Colonization, the colonial masters, colonization. This is evil that happened to us. Nigeria is a continuous colonial legacy we are currently living in. Anybody that is trying to maintain the continuation of Nigeria is trying to continue this colonization, usurpation of our land by the foreigners. That is what Nigeria means. Therefore, as I was saying before, when you think about what happened and the way things are happening, you will agree with me that the way we are living today is being structured by colonization. Are you hearing me? Look at the propaganda that is going on now by the Nigerian military. They are distributing flyers, and inside that flyers, as I say, they say IPOB is causing death and destruction. That you should say no to IPOB. Are you hearing it? Now, if you say no to IPOB, okay, they are telling you to say yes to Nigeria. and yes to the continuous colonization. That is exactly what it means. You know, the colonizers, they always try to turn you against your saviors, against the people that really love you. Are you understanding what I'm saying? How can a foreigner that wants your land by all means, you know, give you something that is good to control you, to rule you, give you people that is, you know, genuinely concerned? Do you see how they killed in Southern Sudan? I am trying to give you the details of the evil of these colonizers. It's evil. They are evil. John Garang grows up, I think, 1983, and told his people that, look, we either come together and leave all this infighting. Delta is not Igbo. I am Delta Igbo. I am Igbo but not Igbo. I am the Godo but not Biafra. John Garang of South Sudan, he told his people, he said, we either leave this infighting among us, which the colonizers have put in place to weaken us. We have to come together and fight our common enemy, the Janjaweed. Is it not the call of Mazi Namdekano? And that is when their eyes became open. And they started fighting. They joined as one people and started fighting as a people against the Janjaweed. And the colonizers, they are not happy. When they saw that South Sudan, it is inevitable for South Sudan to separate as a country after so many years of war, devastating war. Do you know what the same evil people, evil that is happening in this world now, do you know what they did? They killed John Garang. They say, okay, as it is inevitable for you people now to have your independence as you wish, you will have it, but you will regret. They killed their leader, John Garang, through United Nations plane crash, helicopter crash, chopper crash, which they set up, leaving the people into, you know, grabbing, fighting for position. This group, follow this group. That what I'm telling you is the work of the evil colonizers. They don't like you. They hate you, you know, as somebody can hate shit. That is what we are suffering today. Because once, as long as we continue living in an entity called Nigeria, we are being subjugated to continue living the continuous colonial legacy. What I'm telling you is a fact. Today, Mazi Namdekano is in the DSS dungeon. They thought that once they remove Mazi Namdekano, everybody, you know, Igbo, they believe, they thought that it's Igbo man, that normal Igbo man thing. Everybody will scatter. If you have maybe anything concerning IPOB with you, any asset, you die it and run with it. They thought it's the normal Igbo thing. Do you remember during the time of when Mazi Namdekano was broadcasting, the first person that talked about Mazi Namdekano, or one of the first people, high-ranking political officers in Nigeria, is Obasanjo. He said, hey, Igbo man, don't come again. Anytime they need money, I know this one in money need. Anytime they need money, they talk about Biafra, for you to engage them on one day. And he said, I beg, leave them money they need. They were thinking that it is the same Igbo people from 1970, which they destroyed. They turn each other's brain off from another. Obasanjo, let me tell you, the evil Obasanjo committed in our land is almost far more than go on. What I'm telling you is truth. Obasanjo, he vowed that he will destroy our race, but in a subtle way, without us even knowing it. Do you know that Obasanjo engaged the son of Agi Ironsi to be one of his cabinet officers? Do you know that? I forgot something. Is it about Ironsi or something like that, if I'm not mistaken? And the Oluku accepted because they know, they make a caricature of Igbo man because of what they did after the war. Are you hearing me? They successfully turned the Igbo man's brain into vacuum. Obasanjo will tell the Biafra military officers, now don't mind this person, just mind your own business. Don't talk to him. They managed to convince them, working on their brains, not to be cohesive, not to be together. Any person that wants to talk, they studied and they know many of them that they need, what they need is money, not just money. In the so do not call your fellow general. No. We don't want anything. No, don't, so that you don't worry. We will work towards putting you into cabinet. Don't worry. You will a military. Once a military, always a military. Don't worry. Mind on you. They managed to separate our people, each person single. They never had communications with each other. And that thing affected our lives till death. Now, Obasanjo thought that it is the same crop of Igbo people, the same crop of Biafrans, which is useless. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was on radio, he was laughing. He said, Igbo man, don't come again. Which Biafra again? Now, wow. You need money, I beg. But as time was going on, he now knew that we are serious. That things have changed. That the people they knew before, Igbo is not the same set of people. Are you hearing me? That is the reality. Now, you know what they are doing now? First of all, they try to use infiltrator, who is also about money. You remember when he will raise the fund and after he will come on air and be dancing music. Hey, he have arrived now. Somebody that never in his life think that he can be used. He can reach to, have a contacts of certain people in Nigeria. And all of a sudden, people they are looking for him to call him, to tell him, don't worry, money, no be money, no be anything. Have you forgotten that Nigeria spent almost, as of last year or last 2 years, it was in the news, close to $1 billion as of that time to destroy IPOB. This is what the continuous colonial legacy wants. To destroy us so that colonization will continue. Nigeria will continue unchallenged. Now, as I was saying, they are distributing flyers in our land to drivers, people going to Easter, Nigerian military, they dance of shame. The other time, I think they called it. That they say no to IPOB. Because they want to, first of all, destroy the name of IPOB using their infiltrator. So that people will be saying no. Local people will be saying, our people will be saying no. If it is how Biafra will come, IPOB will not want it. This is the colonizer's strategy I am giving to you. For us to be wise. Because for a people to advance, you must accompany everybody with the reality facing us, so that you will be wise. The worst thing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did is to open our eyes, and that is why Britain is jittering. That is why they want him by all means. Do you remember what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said the last time? Now what they want to do is to make him become vegetable state, so that immediately they will release him. Immediately they release him after he will die. That is their system, the colonizers' strategy, their system. Because they are mad that how can somebody open the eyes? You know, it's better to, you know, how do I say it? It's better to lose money, lose sums of money. Is it money they give you? Is it not them that print money? Than for your eyes to be open. I don't know whether you understand. Please. Oh no, now what according him for the colonizers, they want you to continue being blind. Now pushing, reasoning the same way. You understand? They will be promoting you, don't worry. He will be giving you the bad advices, bad ways out, which is no way out. They are afraid when your eyes are open. Are you hearing me? You know what is happening, they can no longer reverse it. That is why we will never stop talking about the religion they brought to us. It is to continue shooting on our head, closing our eyes, making us not to understand who we are. They love it. They love it. Do you think that if as the capitalism they call Christianity in Nigeria, the way they are going on raising funds, this and that, riding private jet, do you think that if they are not working with the Nigerian government, if it is not to the interest of Nigerian government, that they will leave them? Just be going on private jet, they will leave them. All these scams, they are scamming people, they will leave them just like that. Because they are working with them to their interests, to the colonizers' interests. Are you hearing me? That is why they even they help them. They give them money to continue deceiving the public, so that people will no longer hold them responsible for anything. Instead, they tell you, go and hold Satan responsible. Satan is the reason why you are not getting job. Before I come on I saw on the social media a chap of I think 22 years died. The wife fasting and prayer for 21 days. His pastor gave him just to get a university graduate to get job in Nigeria. They destroyed the life of. They removed that generation. It's gone. Do you think that they don't know what they are doing? The colonizers. Do you think that they don't know what they are doing? Also, do you think that if what this religion, if it portrays, is challenging the government, is opening the people's eye to understand the reality facing them, do you think that they will argue with the Nigerian government? Do you think they will just leave them? Anything your colonizer leaves to continue festering, know that it is working for their interests, or it's working to their interests, but against the interests of every other person. They against the real interests of every one of us. So, as they are distributing flyers, they say, the flyer rates, IPOB is not the way, stop the killings. Okay. IPOB is causing death and destruction. Okay, you ask them, so now what is Nigeria causing? You know, we like reasonability, reason. Subject everything to the author of reason. If they say IPOB is causing death and destruction, now what is Nigeria causing? Last time Nigerian military went to a community in Biafra and killed everybody they see. They called the people. It's a genocide. Who is talking about it? No, Nigeria is causing you life, right? They called the people to come, and after making merry, they opened fire as a terrorist organization. Nigerian military, and they are not talking about it. Women and children were there. Old men and women were there, being mowed down by Nigerian military. And no, they are not causing death and destruction. They started burning houses of everywhere. The whole communities, shoot any person they see, whether child or whether pregnant woman, they shoot you, they kill you. But they are not causing, Nigeria is not causing death and destruction, right? No, they give you life. That is life. What about the massacre during Obasanjo regime? They went to Ude and other communities around and slaughtered everything, burnt houses, and no, Nigeria is costing you life, right? You know, we like you, we want you to be one name biko. Be reasonable. One name one biko. Be reasonable. Akonuche is what we promote here. When they tell you in flyer that IPOB is causing death and destruction, you ask them, okay, what is Nigeria causing? Oh, Nigeria is causing life, right? Oh, you say IPOB is not the way, stop the killing. No, Nigeria is the way. You ask them, oh, so Nigeria is the way, right? Nigeria that they massacre the people during NSAS protests. The person that engineered is giving life, right? They unleash Fulani headsmen everywhere, every part of Nigeria. In our bushes to cause artificial famine. No, Nigeria is causing life, right? No, Nigeria is butter, bread and butter. Let me tell you, the colonizers will always promote their death. They will paint their death to become life to you. They will paint it white because they are masters. That's the reason why even we call them colonial masters. They are masters in their strategy. They are masters. If they can convince us in every way to turn against our way of life, to refer to everything indigenous to us as evil, now what do you think? What do you think? Well, what can't they do? IPOB come to save you, but then they are now telling you that no, IPOB is not the way. Now you ask them, okay, Nigeria is the way, right? Oh, Nigeria is the way. They are laying pipe for taking our natural resources, our gas in Izombe, our oil in Oboru, in Izombe, down to Europe. But they are giving you life. The other day they said the Nigerian refineries built in Nigeria, in Warri, in One, in Lagos, that no crude oil for them. But the crude oil, where is it coming from? The same place, our land. But you have to service the foreigners first, the colonizers first, before they remember you. Now you tell me, the colonizers, do they want you alive? Once you start reasoning, your eyes will open. You will start knowing that evil is committed against you. Therefore, when you see their flyer telling you that IPOB is not the way, know that once Nigeria tell you something, take the opposite. I am telling you. They tried to rubbish IPOB. They tried. I say, listen to my statement. They tried, but they couldn't. They tried to rubbish IPOB using their infiltrator. They pump money. To the extent you see the infiltrator dancing on. He thought that hey, he come and dance. Anytime you want to talk, they go there. They go there. He use IPOB's name. That is their job. It is the job of the colonizer. Let me tell you, let me continue confirming the continuous existence of Nigeria. It means that we are living the colonial legacy as long as we are still in Nigeria. Are you hearing me? So when they tell you that IPOB is not the way, now you ask them, so which is the way? Nigeria. Is Nigeria the way? Nigeria, where graduate will be fasting, will be subjected to 21 days of fasting and prayer, and he will die. She dies of ulcer. She dies of dehydration. He's fasting to get a job. A job. Somebody in any part of USA at the age of 16 years, when you are in your college or university, even first year university, if you want, that is, it's a choice. If you want, you'll be working. Any work you want, they bracata, they work, they go school. But a Nigerian graduate Not that he's not intelligent, no. Intelligent, he is intelligent more than. But there is no job opportunity. Now, the same colonizer strategy, they use religion, use the pastors, Christianity, tell her that your problem is demons. So you have to fast and pray in order for job to come to you, to get a job, for you to get job. And in the process of 21 days, she died. Now tell me, who is fooling who? Who is fooling you? You know, I want your brains to be opened. When you see that Nigerian government, you know, they have killed us. Nigerian government, Nigerian military, they have shot us. They have killed us, moved us down, burnt our houses. They saw that there is no way they can destroy IPOB. Now they are using now the primary method, printing flyers. Ịma mgbe mmadụ na-alụgide ọgụ, nlụgide ọgụ, oge anyị wụ maka anyị lụgide ọgụ, ike ọgụ gwụwa ya, enweghị onye na-egbu anyị. Now when we start throwing sand, now you start now throwing sand, know that ike agwụgo onye ọbụla. Nigeria is now tired because they now understand that Biafra is an ideology. You cannot kill an ideology. Are you hearing me? You can never kill an ideology. I wrote on my platform, there is no two ways about it. Biafra remains our ideology. Are you understanding what I'm saying? There is no alternative to Biafra restoration. So, the IPOB remains the people, and the people is IPOB. So, how you deal with it? That is it. Because Nigeria is debt to us, debt to us as a people. Nigeria is our graveyard. So, if you see somebody give you or start preaching to you propaganda that leave IPOB, say no to IPOB, you say okay, so we say yes to Nigeria, right? Let me play for you. I've played it before, but let me play it again. How Nigeria is paradise. Look, just listen again, please. Listen. It's an Igbo man, Okachuku. He's a building developer. Now the reality faced him. Reality started glaring at him. Nigeria. The continuous colonial legacy is glaring at him. They tell you that IPOB is your debt. Now listen to this man. Listen. How they made 200 and something acres of land of a developer, a businessman that is doing his legitimate business in Abuja as a Nigerian, thinking that Nigeria is the solution. He never knew that Nigeria remains the continuous colonial legacy that we are living in. Anything that Nigeria remains debt, it means debt to us. Any Biafran, it means Nigeria means debt to you. Are you hearing me? Nigeria means debt. Because anything can happen at any time. Your properties can be seized, your properties can be destroyed, it could be burnt. You yourself, you could be killed at any time as a Biafran in Nigeria. But they are telling you in a flyer that IPOB means death for you. You call any person giving you this flyer, if you can, you bring him closer and ask him, sorry, so if we leave IPOB now, we embrace Nigeria, right? Now, how is it? You start giving him instances. Nigeria is killing us in every way as Biafrans. No meritocracy. We merit to have this position, but they will not give it to us. But Nigeria is your life, right? Listen to this man. The continuous colonial legacy is glaring him in his face. and he understand. Listen to it.
Developer of a multi-billion naira property near Asokoro has called on President Bola Tinubu's intervention following its demolition by the FCT administration. The property, which sits on a 214-hectare plot, was said to have been pulled down without any order of relocation.
Do you see? 214 acres of land. Do you know what it means? 1 hectare or 1 acre of land is just like a complete football field. Not only the 100 by 90 meter, no. The whole, including the building, including where people are sitting down. That is it. So, this guy, as a Biafran, he invested. He's an investor, an entrepreneur. Now, they pull it down in Nigeria because you are not living your life. We are living in a continuous colonial legacy. So anytime that colonizer, people that usurp and can take over your life, your land, take your life as they want, without your consent, they can kill you because they are usurpers, because they are evil. That is what they use Nigeria in order to sit down on us. So that anytime they want, they can do you anything and nothing will happen. Nothing happens because they own it. Because they are still colonizing. They are still, when you talk about colony, they take our thing by force. They sit down on our head. We cannot breathe. Oh, this is what this Mazi Kachuku, he is now experiencing it. It's now, maybe when you tell him about Nigeria, no, let us say, he said, no, I beg, Nigeria is good. Because he's a big investor in Nigeria. But the reality is facing him. That is, the continuous colonial legacy now has hit him hard. Now he understands that what he's doing is a mirage. Are you hearing me? You don't have power over. How can you be in a country where anything can happen to you anytime? No solace. Now you have to start calling for president where there is no rule of law. How can you, anything that happens now, you start calling for example, in America, you'll be calling for Joe Biden, come and help me, come and give up. No, there should be law and order, law that puts order in a country. But because Nigeria is a continuous colonial legacy, you have no right. Are you hearing me? The colonizers, they put people, prison warders, according to our brother, that are in charge of anytime they want. If they wake up today now, they wake up in the morning and they just quarrel maybe with their wife at night, they can just sign and say, where is that Igbo man business? Destroy them. Because we are living the continuous legacy, colonial legacy. Are you hearing me? It has happened to this our brother. It has happened to him. Multi-billion naira investments is pulled down without nothing. No, because you are not in Nigeria. We are nothing. You know that? That is how you treat slaves. You are nothing. Have you forgotten? Is it Alfa Romeo nightclub? Last 2 or 3 years. Being pulled down in Abuja of an Igbo man. He cry. What is the outcome? Nothing. When we talk, you say, oh, this one is ready. You feel that you have contact. You have contact in Nigeria is nothing. Anytime they want the plan, they bring you down. If you are calling your contact, he will block your number. Or he will filter it. Normally, no, you are not even, you should be protected by law. Legacy called Nigeria. We are all dead people moving, dead people walking. Are you hearing me? Because you have no right. That is what it means. So continue listening. Let me play it, please.
Issued by the authorities of the FCT. It marks the first major demolition by the Nyesom Wike administration.
On Wednesday morning, scores of armed security operatives, including soldiers, policemen, and civil defense, surround the 214-hectare property near Sokoro, where multiple luxury duplexes are being developed. After about 6 hours, the buildings, some of which had got to lintel level, and the fence are all pulled down, and left in a heap of rubble. The property is owned by one of the foremost private developers in Abuja, Praco Nigeria Limited, led by Linus and Nicholas Ukachukwu. Ukachukwu claims the demolition was done in bad faith.
We can call for a meeting over the land.
This is the owner Ukachukwu speaking. The colonial legacy has hit him direct. Yeah, I'm just watching him. If you watch him on screen, maybe if this kind of person, if you near him and tell him about Biafra, that look, you support what we are doing. No, Nigeria is not for us. So he will tell you now, forget. I'm more for now. I look for what is there. I beg, I don't want to make a Biafra. Don't talk that Biafra near me. Maybe it's a probability, maybe. But now, reality have hit him. Remember, he went to court. Court granted he had the whole papers, legal paper. Nigeria is a colonial legacy whereby any paper they give to you, C of O or anything, that is nonsense. It can be revoked. Even without revocation, anything can happen. Anybody can come up and go and destroy it. You are nothing. It's not a country. It's a continuous colonial legacy. That is why we are fighting to remove ourselves from this. It is a heavy chain on our neck. Are you hearing me? As a Biafran, Nigeria is a heavy chain on our neck. Our natural resources, they are sucking it as I'm talking. It's going on. Do you understand what it means for a foreigner to come to your land and be taken? You are taking it by force. And we are everywhere around the world doing many labors, washing the body. Somebody video where he's working in one of these countries. I don't know the country. I just saw it by, no, his cremation. His job is to bring out the corpses and cremate it. That is burn them to ashes. He's complaining about after doing all these things, he will send money and he will send 100 euro, 200 euro, and somebody will be saying, nah, this thing is just small now, but you don't know, they don't know what you are doing to get, how you are suffering to get that money. People that are supposed to be princes and princesses, kings and queens in their lands, enjoying their lands, being served by even others, by foreigners. Here you are suffering everywhere around the world, like ships without shepherd. Why? Because in our home there is still continuous colonial legacy that is living. We are still living continuous colonial legacy called Nigeria in our lives. It's holding us hostage. This man now, they just stand up losing billions of naira just because of because he's a Nigerian. You know that? If he's doing this business, for example, in Cameroon, it cannot happen to him. But because he's a Nigerian, as a Biafran living in Nigeria, as a Nigerian, you are a dead person who's still moving. Your properties is nothing. It can be bulldozed, it can be burnt down. How many times markets are where our people are selling, trading? How many times are they burned? Is there anything? Any result? Any compensation? Nothing. Many people die out of that. Some go crazy, and now we are. Some develop different diseases that disfigures them for life. Some become turned to criminals that is tormenting our people also in our land. Do you see how they are destroying our lives? The continuous colonial legacy called Nigeria that we are living in is destroying our lives. And these Nigerian forces have the temerity to start distributing flyers that say IPOB, say no to IPOB, that IPOB is dead. Now you ask them, so Nigeria is alive, right? Look at Okachukwu. If they can do this to a multi-billionaire, who are you? Who are you? If they can do it to a multi-billionaire as a Biafran, they will rise up in the morning and just go and bulldoze his estate, which he spent billions of naira on. They don't care about bring out court paper. They say, how can you? We can say, how can you give this type of land to Igbo man? And he's an Igbo man. Do you see what I'm talking? Their strategies use them against themselves. Are you hearing me? That is the colonial strategy. Are you understanding what I'm saying? Just like what they did after the war, 1970, the whole buildings that belongs to Biafrans in the north, they gave it back to them. Even in the west, they gave them back to Iboma. They say, you know, they don't know. Even I read somebody say that he went to the north. The whole 3 years of the whole 3 years of rent. He said one house man, a neighbor, have been collecting the rent and be keeping it for him. When he went back 1970, Rush go back, they gave him his house, and the man went and brought the whole 3 years of his absence, the raw rent that the whole house tenants they are paying, and they gave it to him. And he fell in love. You don't know that these are strategies. We Biafrans, Igbo Biafrans in particular, we are not sophisticated in reasoning. I am telling you, it's only Mazi Nnamdi came and open our brains. Many of us now start reasoning in a sophisticated manner. Otherwise, we are very easygoing set of people. Small thing, you become convinced. And you know what they did? Those that gave back Igbo properties, they now secretly ordered our kit and kings in Iguacha, Ikwere, ordered them, say, this Igbo people, that is another division. You see all those their houses, take it, seize it. And these people don't calculate nothing. They so easy something. Now it's cheap, it's easy. Now say take their houses. But they didn't question them. But you people that are telling us to take their houses, why do you give them their houses in Lagos? Why do you give them back their houses in Kaduna and Kano? But you want to Jacko Ishimon and my brother, you want to knock two of our heads together, so that you will be up watching and laughing. And see them that come and say, you see, the Igbo people, they kill Igbo people. See, we here in the north, we give them back their properties. But not their own brother or no Greek give them. There's some Igbo. Do you see that the problem we have is not any other thing? It's Igbo, still Igbo. That is the impression they created, and it worked. The enmity continued. That is the strategy, colonizer strategy, to knock the heads of brothers together so that you can never agree. And they will have open everybody now. You will be channeling to them that they are the good people, they are the best people. Yeah, you will channel, make a friend to them, and they will be eating you raw without you knowing. We're supposed to be sophisticated in our thinking, in our reasoning. That is what we learn from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We're supposed to be, highly sophisticated. That way everybody is thinking that you say, no. You think in different ways together, 360 degrees. You reason back. Is there anything? Is there any trap? Is there any trap in a trap? When you see no trap, you start going at the back walls of the, there must be some, you start digging, there is something. That is a way to get out of this mess we are in. They deceived our brothers, the Equatorial people in the riverine. Oh, you people, you have the opportunity now. They have been cheating you. Oh yeah, take their properties as they come. Where are they coming back to? To collect the properties now? Very easy. No. take it, claim it back. It's your land, claim them back. No problem. We will support you. And they sheepishly did that. And the horror have been following them. And that fighting has been there. Do you see? And they themselves, the real enemies, the real colonizers, they become peacemakers. No, no fight. Oh, brothers, they will go at the back and say, you see? Do you see? It's your brothers. So may not agree. You see? Do you remember they seize your properties during the war? Do you remember? They will remind you that to pinch you. And you start, they will go back to these other people and say, do you see? You see, these people are bastards. You see, these are Igbo people, Igbo brothers. No agree. That house, they tell them now you collect them nothing. You are not Igbo. Tell them you are not Igbo. You are Ikwere, you are not Igbo. Waiting to happen. They divide us into piecemeals, and you that they are deceiving. You never tell them, say, but you that is talking to me, you are from Jigawa, right? You are Fulani. Have you ever had problem with? Have I ever seen you say that I am Jigawa Fulani? I am not a Kaduna Fulani. Have you ever seen them say that? Have you ever? Instead, they always come together in one band and say, no, we are one knot. Not even only Fulani. They don't even say, they say we are one knot. But they come, they tell you, say, nah, say no to your brother. No, you are not Igbo. Tell them you are not Igbo. You are from Rivers. You are a proud Rivers man. Oh, you are a Bayasan. What is your tribe? No. Forget about tribe. You are a Bayasan now. Tell them like that. You are a Bayasan. You are a Rivers man. Do you see how they deceive us? Because they know that we are not sophisticated politically. We are not sophisticated in reasoning. That is the strategies, colonizers' strategy. This, our brother, Okachuku, he have seen it. It's affecting him directly. Now he will understand. If you near him, he can be telling you, now going to this country with there. Now the way they are treating Igbo man. Now he know. Because he touched him directly. But he will never look the larger picture right from beginning. When people that are suffering it, even in lower age, tell him, say, brother, this thing, let us support IPO. You say IPOB, you want separation. Nah, me, I'm the more from an Abuja. Do you know me? Do you know me? You know that General Hussein is my friend? Not in Mecca. Now, something, amen. Let me play it. Let me finish playing it, please.
We went with our documents. After he see,
you want a trust Nigerian document. Nigerian document. You know who nothing. Because that document from one place, as you are getting the document officially, go to another side. They will deny that document, saying which kind of, they will tear it even in Nigeria, the same Nigeria. It's only in Nigeria you see they issue fake passport in immigration office. It's what I saw. Kuru. Not they tell me what I saw. You go to immigration office. They give you fake passport, and where they will detect the fake passport, that is fake passport self, is a foreign land, foreign entry. They will now start showing you that this is fake passport. Even if you have visa in it, it's gone. You are going under deportation. I saw people that it happened to, and I was shocked. Not that they give somebody money, go and do for me. He went and paid the money in normal fee. The money they pay in the city is different. Now we pay everything. They take him photo, digital photo, everything, normal official. Put a fingerprint, electronic fingerprint official. Now they gave him fake passport in the Nigeria immigration office. As they are printing real one, they are printing fake, and that fake ones is for the business of the Fulani or immigration controllers, the high-ranking officials, billions of naira. I say Nigeria is a continuous colonial legacy that is holding us. People don't understand. This man, he said he believe in Nigeria paper. No, go to court, they give you paper. From that paper they have taken their own. No? If he tell you how much he paid to get all those court, all those papers in the court, this and that, he trusts in his Nigeria. Something that a politician will just give, you bring the paper in his presence, he will tear it into pieces. Do you see that Nigeria is a continuous colonial legacy that is pressing is on our neck? It has happened to Mazi, this man, Okachuku. It has happened to him. Continue listening.
What we have with our lawyer and the other people's other Sunrise, which they get part of that land. And the wicked said there is nothing on this.
There is one man, the politician, every politician in Nigeria is above the law. You are talking about law. They tell you that they are the law. So don't give them anything about the law or paper. If they want, they validate it. If they don't want, they destroy it. Nothing. There is nothing you can do. Nothing. That is Nigeria for you. That is why we need to destroy it, because it's a continuous colonial legacy on our neck, and Britain is enjoying it. The West, they are enjoying it. That is why they are validating Nigeria. Oh, Nigeria, praising Nigeria, for us to be dying so that they will continue stealing everything in our land. They have given Bakassi to France through Cameroon, where you have different things, animals you can never see in any other part of the world, and mineral resources, including oil. Our crude oil is moving. Biafra oil belongs to Jigawa. Delta oil, Zombe oil belongs to Jigawa, because Nigeria still remains the continuous colonial legacy in our hand, in our neck, on our chest. IPOB, what we are doing, we are trying to deliver ourselves from this mess. We are trying to deliver ourselves, at least that we can be on our own and stand as a people. Because the evil people we call colonizers, they did abomination. The evil people, they are still on the rise. They are still on the stage, using Nigeria in order to torment every one of us. Are you seeing it? Let me continue.
That the court should take effect after going around the land. His normal ways of behavior. He started shouting, how would they take all this land and give to Igbo man?
How will they take all this land and give to Igbo man? That is Nigeria. Are you seeing it? Nigeria, they tell you that, is it not Nigeria telling you that IPOB means death for you? So you ask them, oh, so Nigeria means life, eh? Now, we can shout as a Nigerian agent, as a Fulani puppet, because Fulani, they master the art of use their people to enslave their people. It's a art. Every successful conqueror or colonizer must know this strategy. We didn't know this strategy because we are not colonizers. For your information, fully understand this strategy of division, using your own in order to bring you down. They understand it because they are colonizers, and that is why the Europeans, the West, is in love with them. They use them. They work hand in hand with them. You know that. Anywhere you have problem with anything Fulani, or they will side them, either openly or secretly. They'll side them. Don't you see how the people they call the bandits, the Fulani terrorists, they are on the rampage in Nigeria, moving in their thousands with motorbikes, with sophisticated assault weapons. So the American spy satellite, they don't see them. Nigerian they don't see them, right? Because that is a way they work. As Harold Smith said, they have to compensate their friends. And you know what it means. They have to always support their friends. And Fulani, they are their friends. You understand me? Continue listening.
According to him, all the legal titles to the property had been obtained, including 2 ministerial approvals, the latest from the erstwhile FCT Minister Bello Muhammad.
It went through all due process, including ministerial approval. We have full final title, certificate, and offer.
The certificate of occupancy?
Yes, offer to certificate of occupancy.
Most alarming, according to him, is that there was no order revoking his rights to the property before the demolition took place.
As I'm talking to you now, we are not receiving any documents. All these things was only one we saw.
Why would they give you a document? Who are you? A slave. They not giving you document or revoking it. It means nothing. How can you talk to a slave? That is what it means. But the worst part of it is that you don't understand that little time you are doing well. You are doing investment, you are doing business, but you don't see the larger picture. That is why if you see woman need to honor, you know, go iron na Germany load na container. Hey, na container ye jina. One you to see on na makonye mbo. Oh, butata na the name the ahoji ko emedete na Musa Haruna. Etinye na container. But on it on. Let us be reasonable, please. We are living the continuous colonial legacy. It has happened to this our brother. Reality has hit him. Nigeria has happened to him. Are you hearing me? Nigeria has happened to him. And Nigeria is a continuous colonial legacy. But what baffles me is many of our people don't understand this. IPOB is a movement that is meant to raise our people up from this continuous colonial legacy that we are living as Nigeria. To raise us out of it. But some don't understand because of their shallow blindness or their shallow way of reasoning. That is why when all the moves, do you see when they tell you the billions of dollars? Because by now the money they budgeted to destroy IPOB has passed $1 billion. That's why when you look at yourself as an IPOB member, as a bona fide member, contributing your quota, even financially, that €10 you are contributing, the €20, the $50, the $1. There was a time our leader even said, okay, can do $1. Just look at yourself in the mirror and praise yourself. That thing is doing wonders. Whereas Nigeria is, distributing billions and billions and billions of dollars to no avail. That is why they now come back to printing flyer in our own game. Propaganda. They don't know that IPOB is the people. The people is IPOB. We don't support any criminal. Criminality is not IPOB. Are you hearing me? They unleash criminality, killing our people in order to make sure to frustrate our people. So that they say, no, this is IPOB. No. Any person, any carjacker, any person snatching car snatcher, any kidnapper using IPOB name or USN name that person is fake. It's not real. It's not IPOB. It's an impostor. They are just doing it so that to make you hate IPOB and nothing more. For your information. This is propaganda. Are you hearing me? The same way they did during the war to our brothers in the coastal region. The Nigerian military, they will dress with British fatigue, military insignia. They put Biafra military insignia and go and be with the people, capture them, kill them, sleep, rape them. And the people will say, they are Biafran, so they are Biafran soldiers. They will be calling themselves Biafran soldiers. It is a part of warfare, it is a propaganda. Are you hearing me? They did everything they did with the infiltrator to destroy IPOB's name. Now, after they come now to tell you that, look, IPOB is causing death, for you to accept, tell them that you are wise. IPOB is the people, and the people is IPOB. Are you hearing me? Now, I will conclude by saying this. That the existence of Nigeria signifies the continuous colonial legacy in our lives till death. That is why the colonizers are trying by all means to make sure that Nigeria continues existing, notwithstanding the unbearable sufferings incurred by the unfortunate occupants. Strategies of colonization refer to the different approaches and methods used by the colonizers to establish and maintain their colonies. Their strategies included factors such as economic objectives, religion, governance system, and propaganda. Today, I'm talking about mostly the propaganda they are unleashing. Tell them, if you see the flyer, laugh at them, just collect it before they shoot you. And just laugh at them, smile at them. Know that they are desperate. Nigeria is desperate. If Nigerian army can come to a court and start dancing with a megaphone, telling people, say no to IPOB. Now they print it in flyers. Know that we have defeated them. They thought that the guns and bullets will make us to stop what we are doing. IPOB is indestructible. I am telling you. And we must continue towards the restoration of Biafra. That is it. That is our focus. It doesn't matter what they do. If they want the rendition Mazi as they have done, we must continue. Forward ever and backward never. Are you hearing me? Until we remove ourselves from this colonial legacy, which is Nigeria. This is where I'm going to stop. I will go into a few minutes break so that when I come back, I will open my lines, and after you will start calling in. Please do not go away. I will be right back.
A developer of a multi-billion naira property near Asokoro has called on President Bola Tinubu's intervention following its demolition by the FCT administration. The property, which sits on a 214-hectare plot, was said to have been pulled down without any order of revocation issued by the authorities of the FCT. It marks the first major demolition by the Nyesom Wike administration.
On Wednesday morning, scores of armed security operatives, including soldiers, policemen, and civil defense, surround the 214-hectare property near Sokoro, where multiple luxury duplexes are being developed. After about 6 hours, the buildings, some of which had got to lintel level, and the fence are all pulled down and left in a heap of rubble. The property is owned by one of the foremost private developers in Abuja, Kwaku Nigeria Limited, led by Linus and Nicholas Ukachukwu. Ukachukwu claims the demolition was done in bad faith.
We can call for a meeting over the land. We went with our documents. After he see what we have with our lawyer and the other people's other Sunrise, which they get part of that land. And we can say that there is nothing on this, that the court should take effect after going around the land. His normal ways of behavior. He started shouting, how would they take all this land and give to Igbo man?
According to him, All the legal title to the property had been obtained, including 2 ministerial approvals, the latest from the erstwhile FCT Minister Bello Muhammad.
It went through all due process, including ministerial approval. We have full final title, certificate, and offer.
The certificate of occupancy?
Yes, offer to certificate of occupancy.
Most alarming, according to him, is that there was no order revoking his rights to the property before the demolition took place.
As I'm talking to you now, we have not received any documents. All these things, with only what we saw, the demolition. The title has not been revoked, we have not been served.
Ukachukwu also insists the action of the Minister of the FCT runs contrary to 2 pending court orders restraining any action by the FCT on the plot of land.
2 separate courts issue different court order restraining him from tampering or doing anything in those property. But all of a sudden today, we can move all the caterpillars in Abuja and went and started pulling those properties that we have invested billions into down.
He wants President Chinedu to wade into the matter to protect the rights of genuine investors and businessmen.
Calling Mr. President, who I know that has nothing to do with the tribe, to call on the bridge, either he remove this.
Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra House of Service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi, Jonathan Chinedu from Alo province of Biafra London. We are here live and direct. Today is the first day of April 2024. Our lines are now open. Our direct line as usual is +1 213 328 6224. I repeat, +1 213 328 6224. Our WhatsApp and Signal line is +61 405 142 547. I repeat, +61 405 142 547. You can call us and give us your view, but remember our topic concerning the continuous colonial legacy, colonizers' strategy. That is what they are desperate. Nigeria remains the continuous colonial legacy we are living in. That is the reality that is facing us. Therefore, we must continue in order to remove ourselves from this colonial legacy. That is what IPOB is fighting for. So that we stand as a people free from colonization. We think freely. We do our things in our own way. That is it. Therefore, I have a first caller. I have a first caller already. Just hold on. Hold on. Caller on Signal. Can you hear me? Welcome to the program. Mazi.
May Chukwu continue to bless you as you keep on fighting, educating our people what we should know, because Mazi Nandekano told us about this propaganda, that are we ready to withstand propaganda of the Western world and also their so-colonial country called Nigeria. They will lie against us and they will do everything to make sure that our people will capitulate and say they are no more supporting IPOB. But thank God, that this message has already gone into our people and there is no propaganda. Mazi, there is no propaganda Nigerian government. It doesn't matter where it's coming from. There are those of us who have known the truth, who have listened for years, and this thing have sold into our mind. There is nothing Nigeria will do that will make our people to go against IPO. Before I proceed, Mazi Jonathan, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, my name is Mazi Akas. I'm calling from Austria. And by the special grace of Ezechukwu Kabiama, I serve the indigenous people of Biafra as IPOB Austria National PRO. Mazi Jonathan, all that you've said tonight, if our people know that Nigeria is completely created to destroy their future, it is not today we started educating our people for them to know that Nigeria they made Nigeria to destroy our people in every ramification. It doesn't matter who you are in Nigeria. It doesn't matter who the person you know, the Fulani man you know. Any day they remember you for destruction, they will destroy you. Even that telephone number of that idiot you are bragging for, you will call that number and they will switch it off. Even if they pick it, they will give you a warning that don't call this line again because you have get to the pit of destruction. They cannot help you. This is how Nigerians groom them. After using you, at the end, it's like when somebody bought a goat and keep in his house. Keep on feeding the goat. Keep feeding the goat. He's getting fat. The goat is bragging. When you see the goat, if the goat is walking, you'll be walking like as if he's the best among other the goats. But never knew that all the food they are giving to him is for the day of the festival. And when that day come, they will bring the goat and slaughter that goat in front of the other goats. This is what Nigeria has been to our people. Earlier, the better we know this is better for all of us. You know, Mazi, they thought after sponsoring this infiltrator, this criminal, they can destroy IPOB. But they never knew that, Mazi, that millions of IPOB all over the world, we are pregnant of this Biafra. And any woman that are pregnant must give to birth.
Of course.
And all the pregnancy we are carrying all over the world is the birth of Biafra. Biafra has been there before Nigeria. We are only restoring it back. And there's nothing any human being will do. It doesn't matter because we have told them if it is oil and gas, we are ready to give you. Allow us to live like a human being. All these things we are seeing here in this Western world, we want the same thing in Africa. Biafra will be an eyes of Africa. Those things that the white people think that we cannot do, we will do it in their front and they will know that we are human beings like them. We can't be living our land, coming here, washing toilet, carrying carton, doing all sorts of work that even their people cannot do. We are here, we are Mazi. Abraham is in second slavery. No, they didn't put chain in our necks and in our legs. But what we are doing here will tell you that Mazi, even the children we give birth here before God and man, before they grew up here, they speak the language just as the other Austrians are speaking the language. Before they can give my own child the same job, unless maybe there is no other Austrian that can take that job before they can give it to my son. This is what we are passing through all over the world, and we are telling our people the only way that we can be able to become a human being again is for us to restore Biafra, because they have made Nigeria to be a destiny killer. Anything you do in Nigeria is dead. Must look at a man who they gave a land of occupancy, gave him himself. At the end of the day, Mwika with his kai with this drug habit idiot, now destroy a man billion. This is Nigeria for you.
And Mazi, do you know one thing? Mazi, let me tell you. Do you know one thing? When this our brother or Okachuku, if he go meet his Fulani friends, complain to them, they will still tell him, now your brother, we cannot be your brother, not be also. But it's them that told Wike also from the back to go and destroy this man. You know, they play very sophisticated politics, but because our people, we are very simple, easy-going set of people. We don't understand. You will go and meet them, say, cry to them, they will say, are you crying to us? Well, nothing we can do. We cannot be a brother. We cannot be a woman like you. Do you see? The problem now you people. Now you. Do you see? Igbo is the kill Igbo. Not be me or not be us. But I will try what I can do. They will go at the back and applaud when you can say, yes, you are the guy. You know, you are, deal with them. Do you see how they, you know, how they are bubble, honestly. But I don't know. Mazi, go on.
Mazi, before God and man, this is why IPOB is ahead of Nigeria. You see, the way we reason, the way we study Nigeria, before they make any move, we have already know where they are landing, and we go there and wait for them. Because this thing you are saying now, most of our people at home, they don't have this type of mindset we have in IPOB. They don't know this thing. This is why when you are telling them the best way to survive, they will be telling you, this Nigeria safe. But you see what is happening to your own brother in your even this thing that happened to this Mazi. Even another Igbo man who even the same land that Wike is destroying now, he call another Igbo man come and buy from that the same his own brother land. He will come and buy. You know, in the buy. Or couldn't know through Fulani cow or through the food they are bringing they're bringing into our Biafra land. I don't know if they are poisoning it. Is already this our brains and our minds will not be working. I will say Mugu. We don't know that Nigeria is made for. If Nigeria is completely dead for our people. Mazi, do you see that? After Nigeria has spent billions of dollars to destroy IPOB through their infiltrator, dancing in internet, today they have no other choice than to print in a flyer given to our people to reject IPOB. When the people have known the truth, our people have known the truth that IPOB, we don't commit crime. IPOB, we only fighting for the freedom of our people. And our people have known that all this atrocity they are committing in Biafra land is being sponsored by the government, the same government, who are printing fire today through their nonsense army. Mazi, we have defeated these people. Even as they're taking that flyer in their hand, we only just letting them to know the tricks of Nigeria. And that even as they're taking that flyer, as they are turning back their hard work, because they know that Mazi and the Canon and IPOB made good for. We are the only last defense they have. Without IPOB by now, Mazi Makachineke, even in the backyard of my father's compound, but today, IPOB have stand strong. ESN have begun to fight these people for them to leave our bushes so that I be free. There is nothing Nigeria will do that will make our people to turn back to us because they know the truth. And when God will tell them, leave these people, allow them to go. We have suffered enough in Nigeria. Nigeria, now I mean, they're telling you to leave IPOB. Are they not the one that shoot you, just as you said, Mazi Jonathan? Are they not the one that killed you in 2020, Lekki Target? Are they not the one destroying our people, burning villages, doing all sorts of things in Biafra land? The same people is coming to give you a flyer to Nigeria. May shame before Nigeria for the evil they are committing against our people. Mazi, we are here.
Of course. We
go nowhere until Biafra is restored. Mazi, thank you.
Mazi, we must be sophisticated in our way of reasoning. Honestly, we have suffered a lot because we are easy-going, thinking human being, and that is our problem. We think in a very narrow-minded way. As Wike, they are the people that catalyze Wike. They told me what they will not like to do by themselves. They now try to use one of us in order to do it. Now, when he does it, now you yourself, the victim, you go back to them to cry to them. They will tell you, hey, they will laugh at you. No, Igbo, they kill Igbo. No, not be Igbo man like you. Why they come to us? When we tell you, say Igbo hate them, say, is to continue propagating, driving that propaganda they have been propagating. And it seems to become part of us. It's lie. It's because of the continuous colonial legacy we found ourselves in Nigeria. It's because of that. Otherwise, we are the best set of people, even to ourselves. Nigeria destroyed us. Britain used Nigeria to destroy us, destroy our natural character. That is the reality. But do we understand? We are now understanding. Mazi Biafra, welcome to the program.
Mazi, can you hear me?
The whole world is hearing you, not only me, please. Yaniru.
Yes, yes, Mazi Chinedu. I will use the name Mazi Chinedu. I will tell you truly you are a great teacher. I am not coming here to praise you, but I just want to let you know that I acknowledge that. And Mazi, you said that Biafra is indestructible. Believe you me, IPOB under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Okuchukwu is indestructible. That is why they can carry up their propaganda, their deceit, their lies. We are here. Mazi, we have learned a lot and we have understand the ethics of movement, of freeing our people. That is why there is no one can ever deceive us again. Mazi, remember what Mazi Nnamdi said. And I don't know if Nigerian people have forgotten because they have what they call tiny memory. They have what they call tiny memory. After 15 minutes, they have already forgotten. Mazi Nnamdi told them, it will take them 150 years to shake the foundation. We are not talking about destruction. We are talking about shaking the foundation. And Mazi, they can never get there. And I want to take our people to Mazi Shinasanwuru page. Our people should go there. There is update from Mazi Shinasanwuru. The volunteer update. Our people should understand what is about to come. And our people should buckle their belt and embark on this journey of Biafran Restoration Project. 1 minute. And our people have to understand what we are into. We are here to restore Biafra. And after we come, or after we're done with them, they can't find some people like, they cannot find anybody like us again. Mazi, you know, there is something wrong with our people. That is the same thing I keep on talking about, saying about Aloye Jimako. Mazi Nnamdi went to court. They give him discharged and acquitted. Now, Aloye Jimako is on social media. He has turned himself a content creator. Instead of them to hold the one that we have already secured, because that is where our power is. And that is the reason why they remove San Osakome and Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor, because they want to take them back from the genesis. And now they have went from the beginning, and now we go Hanane. That is why sometimes I keep on asking myself, does it mean that our people don't reason? And I want to also let the great people of Biafra to understand that Fulanis are master planner. These people, when you are talking about conquest, like you said on this program, these people are master planner when you are talking about conquest. And we don't have idea of all these things because we never conquer anybody. That is the reason why. And that is the reason why you see today Europeans are supporting them, because they are part and parcel of this game of conquering people and taking over the lands of people, indigenous people that did not believe in their way of life. Now, we have to understand this, that we have come and Biafra must come in our time. And we must keep on pushing for this Biafran Restoration Project without stopping, because we have understand and we have come to restore our land, our motherland, our dignity, because we are not fighting anybody, but we are just trying to tell our people for us to go back the way we used to live before they came to colonize us. But sometimes our people will be telling you, you don't know what you're saying. Mazi, I want you to know that our race are down because of the way we are thinking. They have, I won't stop saying this, you see religion, they have used religion to, balkanize our mind, that we can't even reason and understand where our problem is coming from. If we can be able to stand up and confront those people that are coming to destroy our race by, using the way of our life, by using our environment, things around us, because I keep on saying this, you can't use the way of life of other people to set up your own constitution. It can never happen. Mazi, I want our people to understand this with their propaganda of Nigerian people. The same people that are killing us that have killed even though people on toll gates when they were protesting against NSAS. You know, Nigerian people, there is some things wrong with them. I don't know if these people have that mind of reasoning, or I think they lack ability to understand. That is why they can't even understand. People that came to kill you people in toll gate because you want betterment of your people, or you want people to always demand their right. They came, they off the light, they begin to shoot people. The same people now turn around now begin to call IPOB. They are the people that are destroying our land. Mazi, with their propaganda and lies and deceit. Mazi, we are not listening to them because we have come to say we don't come. And there is no way of going back on this quest of self-determination. We don't come. And anything where they like, may they talk. We are here. And I still urge our people to go back again to Mazi Shina Samoru update, because as they are coming, as they don't want us to rest, we are not going to also allow them to rest. So our people should buckle their belt and support Eastern Security Network. This is only people we have. This is the people that are going to defend our land. This is the people that are going to defend our territory against the foreign invaders, against the Fulani jihadis coming to take over our land. If you think that you are going to fold our hands and somebody somewhere looking after you is going to come to defend you, oh boy, my sister, my brother, you are a liar. There is nothing like that. We have come to this earth to multiply, to build, and also take the bull by the horn. I mean, take everything by our hands. Nobody is watching you anywhere. Or sometimes they may be telling you that because we are doing this, we don't want to sin. But the Fulani are sinning every day. Fulani are taking your territory every day. Fulani are killing and pillaging on daily basis, and people don't want to talk about it. Mazi Jonathan, I thank you very much for this wonderful, great teaching, and I hope our people will understand. I hope our people, it will enter their minds and begin to think like what you just said on this broadcast. The Fulanis, like I said, they are master planner. They are the master of the game. They are also those that went to tell Wiki to do this. And as time goes on, they will turn around and tell you, is he not your brother? Mazi, we have to tell our people that propaganda is also part of this. Fulanis are the master of the game, and they know exactly what they are doing, except some people lack ability to understand. But for we, IPOB, under the leadership of Mazi Namdekano and the Mazi Shike, the man in charge, on absence of Mazi Namdekano, we have understand and learned, and we must continue fighting for Biafran restoration till Biafra is totally restored and beyond, because we are fighting for survival. There were Mazi.
You're also a great teacher, because I listened to you. There were. We are in this together, honestly speaking. I have callers waiting, but I want to pick the red call because I cannot pick you. Caller on the red line, can you hear me? Please go on. There were.
I am and I'm calling from Abba Province. And I'm from Omawa in Olu Province, Biafra. And the Chukwuka has mandated that I must be here with all of you to make sure that we are free. And anywhere you say, Biafra, Emma, Jonathan, I met outside the arrogant. Don't you see that the whole is over 100 million watching Kuro with their two eyes, their own person, the innocent man that have come since 2009, lost his parents, everything just for us to be free. And then okay, we bring one project and discharge and that we send in our court in Nigeria, and they want to have one more. Let us Jonathan give you share in the woman. Let us Jonathan give you share in the woman. The moment all the governors, all the senators, all the House of Reps, all the essays, all the PG that call themselves our leaders, over 100 million people. They are friends all over the much work at that. Yeah, and our own leader that have been born and good. Jonathan, no, that there's a work at that, man. That's okay. Jonathan. It's over. She can't open anything but the vehicle. I'm asking you, why would you? I'm going to tell me English. What did I do to prepare the house to give us the name? And you are asking them to don't happy. And let us go. And it's about the then I will say upper end time. Like I took out the goddamn okay, but when I'm not over. And then I said, I told me again, okay, so come home over with them. But don't tell me. Not every car. Onye na-abịa na Ramo, iwu ọnya. Ewo United Nations. Jonathan kedu dem na-elote. Ero m nne gị ndị eriri. Ajakwa one time. Adịghị I copy once. Then of the can or castle and I heard you could catch them. Why did you see? Shetima, dear, okay, for la dead and the calendar. Can't and my doctor. Dead out the Jonathan. And when you're temple, I went on, how I got brought. And I was just I was living sick. Now, nobody will save anybody here. That is the time to tell a bag. We are peaceful. That is what is where that plan. Oh, my worker, I have to tell her. Oh, some level. I am never shaking. I feel to one family. Then you can understand. Can I put joy about the time? Who were not allowed? Just so we die no fire. That I saw him at the prison. Work, I had a kid monkey. Want to complete the contraction. And the machine of all of people. If not I put my life on everything I have. My chat. There's Jonathan gone, I just don't have the kind of drag each one of myself. Look at propaganda giving you a try. But it's not that POP. Me, one bro. I don't have a question. I'm a case in village for a comply. I just said to Mediterranean Sea, that's not the kind of thing. But that, you are the funny person to put to my job. I have to celebrate. You are going to allow to live. We can celebrate. I will go to allow to live. When I go back to Allah, the cities in Nigeria, it's not kind of a market. If the house are brought to the tree, so the place I live as a people on this earth is not violent. Then Jonathan, I went when you know why you would the owner of the world, don't be surprised. I'm going to religion. What did not I could ask? I mean, I couldn't move me in there. Then, at the time I had more. Okay, back over the meat and the Parango. Get one no focus on the Panicano. Like I recovered at one time, any of them condition is nothing on your car. I was that song, I come back.
There, Mazi, there, I think your airtime is cut. I don't know. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? You have been here since going to 24 minutes. Mazi, can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp.
Yes, I can hear you, Mazi. Good evening.
There, Mazi. Please go on.
Choma. Niko kamugupu godoro nam de kanu we nam de kanu. Udele nam de kanu akama hotoro yambu. 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 Umu Biafra solo nukwe yao. Akama hotoro yambu. Udele nam de kanu akama hotoro yambu. Hey, chukuka kabiama. Okasaka seze bini goze ne bisfero obu. Obara kitu kudu nonia. Unyi hene ni naka. Eze. Ununenu wala na mambo kwa sopu. Ugri ganya. Ogu wajijida mma. Onye wa erie. Ezi chukuku. Aibu mukezi kono kuina mwawa. Wena yoga nyema kakendo. Isi ala ndiche. Isi mwuruki na mdi kanu. Isi unye. Umwakia. Umunye yukwe nibye. Ala Biafra nini wa buruburu. IPOB, Eastern Security Network, DOS, and Antichuko Kabiama. Abiko, and a womoke, Umogapio Wupankaka Nohara, Umokonya Mebilinkia, Umokonya Volawaji, Umokonya Zuroji. Ọkwa anyị nwa ka anụdụla anya n'anụdụla na n'isi ihe ụwa na-afọrị anyị pịkọnata ihe anyị eji wee bi ndụ be anyị ezie ndị agha abịa mepie ya manakwa n'akụkụ na-ekwu na anyị amala ife na anyị adụrụ na anyị amala ife ezi Chukwu anyị na-ekele gị n'ihi amamihe n'ihi odudu nchekwa ihe ọbụla nke dị mma eji ebi ndụ ị na-enye anyị na-ekene gị ọkachasị n'isi Maazị Nnamdi Kanu anyị sị gị biko enwe ọmadị a ọ nọ na-ekwu na onwere ọnwa ala Biafra ka ọ chọọ ka ekezie ihe niile ka ọ dị mma maka na amaka nwanza anụ na aha na ka aha nye n'ọkwa ọ na-ekwu onye o mebiri ihe na nkwara akebe nna ya ka edozie ya akpa aha nkata jidie debe n'ụdị ka ihe ọ na-eme kwụsị ama ọnụ mgbe ahụ ka o bidokwa amụọ na ihe ọ na-eme abakwa ihe oke ezitukwa anyị na-asị gị na ndị awa jidere Ọhamadike debe ya ebe anwa ọgwụ ahụ Chukwu Kabiama ịmara ihe niile onwe ihe anyị ma ị na-ahụ n'ihe na-ahụ na nzuzo ebe ọ mara ọnọdụ ị ga-edebe onye ọbụla na-eme ajọ ife maka na mgbe ọgụ a na-anụ n'elu ụwa ahụ mma na njọ mma na njọ ka a na-anụ ọgụ ya maka na mmapụta na-eme mma mere mma na-aga anọkọtazi osi ụgwọ akụkụ kaptazi na ọrụ ndị na-aya emezi mma ya ya emezi ihe wee karịa ihe abụrụ opozishọn wee nwee injustice wee sota wee dịrị wee gaba ha bụ ndị injustice ahụ wee jezie wee nọdụ n'ogwu akụkụ wee hikwa isi ya bịazi agbawazia justice mgbe na ọ ya nọkwatazi na onye ebizi justice wee si ala iwu na ya ebi o wee were ya bụ Nnamdi Kanu na onye ebi ọ bịa ya ebi onye ọbịa sị na Nnamdi Kanu ya ebi oge ije ana wee zere mmiri na-eke onye ije ana wee zere mmiri n'oye onye ije ana wee zere mmiri n'afọ onye ije ana wee zere mmiri na nkwọ onye ije ana wee zere mmiri n'ahịa na ọnọdụ n'igwe onye isi Nnamdi Kanu na-awa aja ya eji ka e wee chụ omume gbugburu ama mmadụ ya akọ ọtụ nwa ọkụkọ nwadị nwa ọkụkọ nwere ụgwọ ọsọ maka na egbe bere ka ugobele anyị na-ekwu awa ọkpọ na ofu osisi okpụkpụrụ ofu kwuo isi n'ọnụ ibere ụkwụ osisi nke m ebele m na nke m mgbe ejuziri na manya ebe mụzi na nke m anwa onye ahụ na nke ha ahụ ihuru ndị ha gịnị ya na-abụ onye ka anyị ji wee nọdụ be anyị na-eme ha wee vụrụ nke ha wee bịaba anyị wee tiwasa anya ụmụnne anyị wee ghọsara ala tie isi na ya na-emezi ka o si masị ha eze Chukwu anyị si na ndị amabịa mebiri anyị nke anyị ọ bụrụ na ọgwụ ka esi eme ya dịkwa ma ọgwụkwa na ọgwụ ka esi eme ya ngwakwa na orukwa na omume na agbacha nwa nwere elugwu ọtụtụ ọkwọ ntọfịa ka anyị nọ n'ime ihe a okwu oru ka evula anyị na-ekwu okwu oru evula anyị abịa mee anyị bịa kụziere anyị nkụzi ha ji wee biri be ha ebe anyị nwekwara nke anyị okwu akụziere anyị ya anyị emewekwa ikpe na enye ka anyị na ha eme kịta weta eke ejide ihe anyị na-abụ sasị na-abụ oria mvọrị ụmụnne anyị amụrụ na anyị niile kwetasie n'ime ma na anyị nwezi ihe anyị nwere ọ bụziala ndị mmadụ nwesi anyị nọ ndị ọzọ nwesi anyị ụmụnne anyị amarọ anyị na-ekwukwara akụziri anyị nkụzi nke okwu ha bịa kụziere anyị nkụzi ka ha si achọ ọchịchị be ha anyị ekwuru ha kụziri anyị nke ahụ bịa kụziere anyị nke ego ha maka ego anyị na ha dọkwụ na nka anyị na ha dọkwụ n'elu ha rụwa ego fute si anya iribe ọkwa bụ nsogbu na-alụ ka onye ọgụ a na-anụ n'ụwa kịta ezi Chukwu anyị na-ekene gị anyị sikwa anyị bịakwa olukwa na omume na nwoke nwa gwere lugwo ọtọ anaghị afọ ọgbọ ndị anyị na ha ya azụ ya ọnwụ ndị anyị na ha nwee Fulani ha enwere ntamara ejuti ndị ọcha wee na-azọzi ana niile nọ na Biafra na-ana ezozi ana niile nọ na Kabila aka anyị adịrị ya ihe ma-awụ onye ọbụla bịa na nke be anyị aha anyị etikapụ ya ụmụ Biafra onye ọbụla bịa na ana ahụ sọọ ya anyị ga-etiti ya ọcha niile na-enyi ebe ha ga-ata ịmakwara agba nwa ahụ nwa olukwukwa na mmere agboke nwa gwere olukwukwa ọtọ awere kere Chukwu Kabia masị abịakwa Directorate of State onye si dị isi Chike Edozie ma wabịa onye ahụ eji ka ewe chụ onye si dị isi Chinasa wụrụ awabịa onye nke eji ka ewe chụ onye ọbụla si dị isi all the principal officer IPOB wabịa onye ahụ eji ka ewe chụ na eke na orie na afọ na nkwọ na ahịa na ọrụ dị n'igwe
Eji waji obo kwa lebe ko modi bie. Eh? Chukwu kabiama. Olugo no mbe. Ya ku bu nwolo nwala Biafra. Ugbo yi Jonathan. Chinedu. Ugbo nke ewo. Ya ina eju mu pa kitabu. Na wana chief niile nọ na Biafra. Actually never ndọjọ. Wana chief ni ahụ n'ebe a. Ha niile bụ ndọjọ. Ha so egbu anyị. Ụmụnna anyị jere skuulu ndọcha tisizi anụ skuulu ndọcha bụ ihe awụzi akazi mma. Ha so egbu anyị o. Ụmụnna anyị wakwala amalụ. Ọha nwa vatụrụ na amụrụ. Ọha nwa vatụrụ na amụrụ na nke ikpeazụ a. Ọha nwa tọrọ iwetara anyị another colonization again na bang. Maka ha na-afụta na ihe ndị ọcha wetara dị mma. Ọ nwere achọ ka kpọtara anyị ndị ọcha ọzọ na bang. Oke ifuge kịta maka na anyị nwere esi nke anyị. Oke ifuge kịta. Nene ya ka efu ya na o mere ego na ha na ha ekwuzi na ha nwanwezi ebe niile. Anyị agbafuru na be anyị ka m na-ajụ. Ọ na ha ma ọ na-eke na ore na afọ na nkwụ ebe anyị nọ wee na-eme mmemme anyị na-eke ọkaka anyị na-eri ihe anyị. Ndị ala wee mụtara nwa na-abịagwa ọnụ. Ọ dị m otu tata ọ na-ekwe ise ụfọdụ niile nke agọba ma nke aka agọ n'ọdịnihu ka ụfọdụ soro ibe lee elekere danda ise. Daalụ.
Ndewo Mazi Dodrege. Caller on signal. Can you hear me? Caller on signal. Caller on signal. Are you there?
Yes, Mazi Jonathan.
Ndewo Mazi. Welcome to the program.
Mazi Dodrege. I hope I'm coming out.
You are. Go on, please.
Yes, Mazi Jonathan. May God bless you for your program this night. Also, may God bless our leader, Mazi Nandokukano. He will leave us in Biafra. He will lead us into the promised land. That is mosques. Also, I thank our HODs, our DOS. May God bless you people and give you enough strength to continue the good work. You see, Biafra must be restored, whether good or bad. Mazi, my name is Mazi Fanyi. Mazi Fanyi, calling from his location. Mazi, we are not going back until the total freedom is achieved. Mazi, let me just chip into your program this night. Yes, the Nigeria government, they are in their last stage, using their military terrorists, trying to, paint our names black. But it's unfortunate to them that our people have already known, and that our people have already taken the decision where to follow. In fact, I may say that they are helping us in this work, because they stop us not to protest, they stop us not to evangelize. Now the hour has come when they have took it upon themselves to evangelize in our behalf. That is the good handwork of Chukwu Kabiama. Our enemies are now, evangelizing what we're supposed to do. But they will still do more. They will still go house to house, telling people about us, trying to paint us black, or paint us, or cajole us before the people. But it's unfortunate to them that our people have known what is IPOB and the stand of IPOB. And that is why I'm telling them to continue. Let them continue to evangelize and telling the world about IPOB. Because their work will still make our people, even external people that is not in our place, to know that yes, there is something to call IPOB. Yes, that is the good work of Chukwu Kabiama. Mazi, concerning our brother that was crying, Nigeria government demolished their building, their estates. Mazi, we are supposed to know when this week was in the same mission, demolishing houses in Abuja, which the thing affected this Fulani Caliphate people. And on that time there was a call from them asking this old papa to make sure that man is being resigned. Now they want to use our brother, or they want to use the same sense to also make the same man to do it to our brother, so that the same call which them have been calling for this man to resign, so that our people will start calling, doing the same call again, asking Wike to resign. We know that is a plan game. It's a plan game. But that thing, or whatever they take, can never stop our restoration. It can never stop our focus. Whatever they like, let them do there. What we need is our freedom. And also, before I forget, let me use this media to tell our people tomorrow is Tuesday. We must go back to Twitter. We must tweet tomorrow. Don't forget that tomorrow is our day on Twitter. Let's follow each other and tweet. The hour has come. Biafra or nothing. We are ready to face anything. We are ready to take this our freedom. Whether the zoo like it or not, whether Britain like it or not. Freedom did not give, freedom is taken. And the freedom of Burakanamaimai, you must pay the sacrifice before you can get your freedom. And which we are ready to do anything to get this freedom being done without looking back, without thinking back. No Biafra, no peace. Nigeria government can never have peace. We also can never rest until we get what we want. May people bless you, Mazi, and we can never allow them to use enemies to try to deceive us or try to distract us. We can never allow any distraction in this struggle.
Of course.
We can never allow anybody, even whatever they want to use to distract us, we can never allow them. If they like, let them start demolishing the estate from our people in another side of their zoo contraction. It can never distract us. If they like, let them start turning everything upside down. It can never distract us. We must be focused and put our eyes on board, because Biafra is all we need, my brother. May God bless you, Mazi Jonathan. We stand, no going back.
Of course.
Come anywhere no wa bigger. If Biafra can never come, everything anywhere no wa bigger. That's where we stand.
Of course.
Good night, Mazi.
There were. We have no back to go through, so that is it. Our back is it doesn't exist again. So there is no talk of going back. Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Mazi.
There were Mazi.
God bless you for your wonderful work you are doing for your people, Biafra. Biafrans all over the world, I call to congratulate all of us, because the Biafra we are looking for is here. God. Biafra is restored. I am very, very happy. I salute our DOS. I salute all our individuals. I salute you guys are doing a marvelous job. Yes, Biafra must hear to the call of the indigenous people of Biafra. Okay, Rugo. Okay, Rugo. If any quarter go. Onye si owuri onye menno. Okwano kaya kaina sayana. We are not dragging the land of Britain, neither we are dragging the land of Europeans. We want our land to be restored. We want to restore our humanity. We want to restore who we are. Mazi, there is not the zoo. God have used the zoo to do the evangelism, just like our father rightly said. The evangelism, God is using Nigerian military to evangelize for IPOB. It is time for us to do it once and for all. The zoo you people have followed. I greet you guys that are doing this marvelous job. Biafra, let all hail to, all hail Biafra. And please, go to the Twitter. If you don't have Twitter account, open one. Me, myself, I have numerous Twitter accounts that are functioning steady. Facebook, functioning. TikTok, functioning. We are here to restore Biafra. And there is nothing anybody can do about it. For your beautiful work. Remain blessed and still remain your brother. Mazi Jasi, and you're the Kachi calling from my location. Say my brother.
There were Mazi with the reggae. We must continue. Caller on WhatsApp, please, is gone. The call is gone. Why? Caller on WhatsApp, please start by giving us your name and where you're calling from, if you may, and go on to your submission, please. Can you hear me? Call on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp. I'm talking to
Mazi Jonathan, good evening for you.
No, Mazi. Mazi Kaniru.
Yeah. Mazi, thank you for this program this night. One of our brother now back in Abuja, Mazi Okachuku, is a sign of is a Nigerian thing to him. I cannot say much about what happened to him. IPOB have been trying, and you go see where they are in Obi. Only about his investment back to Igbo land, where he can be secure. So now that he's complaining and crying.
On Ghani Rubiko, you are listening through the other
yeah. Sorry. I thought that you are talking something. So back to the Zoom military doing evangelism, crying, saying IPOB is this and IPOB is that. They are helping us in a lot. The work where IPOB can do, they are doing it. So kudos to them. Everybody, even on your police are fools. We have already know the truth. So, as IPOB member, we now get back to go. Only pushing forward to the last result. So, Mazi Jonathan, I thank you this night. I don't have much to add. But this is all I have to add. God bless you and bless all of us. To be Biafra come.
Mazi Chuku, welcome to the program. Can you hear me? I think you'll be the last caller. Mazi Chuku, please go on. Mazi Chuku, in Anahem Neku, please.
Hello?
Yes.
Yes. Good evening, Mazi Jonathan. Yeah, my name is Chuku Emmanuel. I'm speaking from my location. Thank you once again, as always. I greet my leader, our leader, Mazi Kano, the man who set up this platform to expose so many evil that was eating under the roof of heaven. I greet him once again. Yes, I want to go straight to the press statement of IPOB about Peter Mba in Enugu. Yes, Peter Mba, just about yesterday, just came up as a governor. Only God knows where he come from. But nevertheless, it is a pity that this time around, only on Igbo land, you will see somebody claiming to be a governor. What he has to do is to demonize or to destroy his race or his enemy. I don't know how long our people will think and reason and remember that one day they will left this world. Then what are you going to remember Is it that you kill your people for your enemy? Because your enemy always understand that you are their enemy. And they are working day in, day night to make sure they destroy you after you have completely disgraced yourself from your people. Just like Wike in Abuja. Just imagine Wike, after killing a lot of our people in Obibo, to Fulani, they take him to Abuja to come and show himself to Igbo properties in Abuja. And in his mind, he feels that he is doing so good for Fulanis, not knowing that the Fulani are laughing at him. Because these people are wonderful. They are working with Britain and they understand the type of people we have in black race, especially in Nigeria, mostly in Igbo land. They know who you are and they know how to play their card. They don't see you as a human being and you don't behave as a human being. How can somebody working hard to destroy their people? Don't you know that your people is your power? And you are the power of your people. It is just like there is a gum we call Aradite. These gum are 2 in 1. If you put 2 of them together, you can use it and gum even iron. But when you separate it, you cannot hold anything. That is what a leader is all about. A leader is a power to the people that is leading. The people that he is leading is in his own power. When you separate 2 of them, there will be no more power. That is what is going on in Nigeria. Our people don't understand the meaning of leadership. The Fulani understand what is going on. And they are using the foolish people from the east to destroy their people. And nobody will defend the idiots. Just like Wike. As he's destroying property in Abuja, Fulani will destroy him after the water. Watch out and see what is going to happen to Wike. Because they don't regard him as anything. They will use you and they will dump you when the time reaches. Thank you, Mazi Jonathan. I greet our people who are working hard for this movement. Chukwu Kabema will be your strength. And all Biafra.
Almost Biafra. There were Mazi. You have said it. When they will use you against your people, they are working on your greed and your lack of knowledge. Your gluttony. Your zombieism. Once they separate you, isolate you, the day they will destroy you, you will be crying. No person will even mind you. That is it. That is the colonial strategy or colonizer strategy. Caller on signal. Can you hear me? Please go on. Make it as brief as possible, please.
Mazi Jonathan. Good evening, sir.
There were Mazi.
My name is Okechukwu. I'm calling from a location. Mazi Jonathan, we are listening the clip you played about our brother they demolish his property or his business in Abuja. If our people can keep and be listening to Radio Biafra, it will help them. Because if you listen the clip that you normally play, Kule and Alhaji, they discuss about what they're going to do to the Igbos in the 4 years time. It has started. So if even the billionaire that's left, they're still coming to them. So they're taking them one by one now. So if they can listen and keep to Radio Biafra, it will help them, for them to get prepared before it get to them. So, Mazi Jonathan, this is what we face in this Zulu Nigeria. So the remaining people call them billionaire. If you cannot use their money to support this our struggle, then it's up to you to know what to do. So we thank you this evening for you to come out to educate us and enlighten us. But in everything, we must move on to make sure that we get our freedom. Support ESN so that they will fight and secure our land. Thank you, Mazi Jonathan. God bless you.
The woman. The Kwaragi.
All hail Biafra.
Almost hail Biafra. The war. Thank you very much. Caller on WhatsApp, please make it as brief as possible. You are the last caller. Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me?
Yes, Mazi.
The woman.
Good evening, sir.
The woman.
Okay, I'm Chukwudi Mmakpo from Italy, Rome. Biko mmekene onye isi anyị Maazị Nnamdi Kanu onye Chukwu jikwara ngwa ọrụ n'oge dịka ugbu a. Dorian chọrọ ịjụ ịgwa ndị be anyị ichetere ndị be anyị Maazị Nnamdi Kanu na he can never be a slave, he can never serve the zoo, he can never serve n'ọga agbara ndị Fulani odibo. And nyawa wofi ihe ndị be anyị na-azụ ụzọ kwuru na 9 na-echeche ịgbara ndị Fulani odibo. Nyawa awụ nke awụ nwa ike kịta anụnwa na-ekugharị na-eme ihe na-anụnwa. Ị na-ajụ mgbe ọbụla, where is the Igbo presidency? Ọkwa presidency ka promise ya. But you see the type of slave we are now. They reduce him to a minister and he accepts with all pleasure to be wickeding his own people. With his own people. Also, the kid actually, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu na radio Biafra na-ekwu okwu mgbe ọbụla, ọ sịrị ihe niile a na-agbagharị na-ebugheri faịlụ ma Tony Nnadi na ndị otu ya ha nche niile na-agagheri na-ebugheri faịlụ si na n'ọkwa Fulani kpọpụtara ndị a ka e wee bịa confuse anyị ka e wee mee na since ndị be anyị si na Mazi Nnamdi Kanu na-ekwu okwu na ọ na-ekwu okwu na ọ na otu o si agwa ndị be anyị okwu na-eme ihe na-anụnwa. Why he is speaking with law? Now, since they did the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who again? The stage now is empty. None of them could even come again to Jukwa Kayeni and Chukwa make it IPOB push it now, where push it, discharge and acquitted. If you can leave, we'll open a can of Maku, no Okura Pamunia. He's thinking of doing back. I may be getting that kind of cookie akita for the name Kamacha, Bokamariana. You know, check is most of our people they have to chase out of our land. What we do our Biafra IPOB is our last hope, and the Biafra is our last hope, and it's our destination. God bless you and God bless Biafra and God bless you. BOS and HUD. Thank you. Thank you.
There is a call still coming in. Caller on WhatsApp, please. Go on, make it brief. Go on, please. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me?
Can hear you, Mazi. Good morning.
There were Mazi.
There were. Okay. Mazi, over the report you can channel you will definitely engineers now manage our radio. And I'm making from community app. So and prior to this, we have been experiencing this for quite some times now. On our before the radio, a good in our background like phone. I can get with the radio, but these days all the person to it's a work at the background light phone when the radio off automatically. So more. Yeah,
sometimes yes. Yes, sometimes our community radio na attack na problem all these days. It is been under rectification, but that's why I get backup. Mazi, download this simple radio. I'm simple radio on a Play Store. Download your simple radio anytime, so that anytime IPO, I mean community radio, any problem, you got to simple radio. You got simple radio. It's search, you download has simple radio. Search is here for Radio Biafra. Go search it. Radio Biafra London. That one. I will back up on your phone, please.
Just continue, we can play from background. Thank you.
There were Mazi. There were. Thank you very much. There were. This is what he said. I've been saying it. You have to have a backup on your smartphone. Download also simple radio. It's a backup, so that sometimes if the problem is technical issue that is general. Sometimes it can be from the studio. Sometimes it can be from the satellite. Sometimes it can be from the community radio. You know, all these outlets are divided into pieces so that most of the time it will not every time it will affect all. So that maybe if community radio is having problem, other channels will be okay. So that is the rationale, that is the brain behind it. The same way our FM relay stations are independent of each other. So that if one is down, others can continue. It's a lot of work and it takes a huge sum of money, but it is more safe. This is freedom fighting. Everything is a fight. We have to continue fighting. So this is where I'm going to switch off my phone. Please do not call again. Biafrans and lovers of freedom, we have to be highly sophisticated in our calculations. Our simple and easy going way of thinking is contributing to what we are suffering today. That is why if we build, they will destroy. Because we believe that a single, each person, one by one person, we can go for individual progress. I have been saying this on Radio Biafra. Without we, there will be no me. What happened after the war, 1970? They started, removing us from the bunch. Putting us creating us as individuals, making us to feel that we can do it individually. As individuals, you cannot. Once you achieve your aim, once you achieve your words, there is no problem again. You don't care for our collectivity. That is the wrong. Let me put it like this: the wrongest thing, the wrongest way to think. And this thing we didn't call anything. It's what they used against us, and it's working against us. That is why they can destroy the property, our individual property, individually, as they have done this, our brother. That is the way they isolate each and every one of us. Immediately after the war, instead of the military hierarchy, Biafra military hierarchy, at least to find one way or the other to communicate themselves, even if it means sometimes traveling from Soka to Akwa Ibom, in order to have communion, to think of our collective interests. I'm calling Obasanjo, it is his brain work, is his work, it's his idea. They succeeded in isolating each. They go to this person, they treat you as individual and urge you not to contact, that we love you. We are treating you because you are our man. We don't want you to tell your fellow. They will go to the other person, the other brother, tell him the same thing. You are our man. Don't ever, you are the only person we choose. They isolate each and every one of our people one by one. They made us that community thoughts, that communion we have, they broke it. That is why if you are talking now, you see somebody that is saying now, is it a make-up for that says Fulani that made him what he is, so he don't care. So every woman can go to hell. Every of our common interests can go to hell. So they have created him. You know, they put that individualism, they grew it. That sense of community in our life diminished. And that is why they can be able to be taking us one by one. They isolate you, they take you down. Others will continue, you know, as if nothing happened. Ask yourself, why is the Fulani on top? Because they are able to, you know, coalesce, to form community, even if with the force. With other people that don't even want them to, they maintain that global front, community front, that we the not. Anything you want, they say we the not. Don't you think that there is some speciality in what they are doing? They don't want to be broken because that is the way they break others. Because they are colonizers. It's a colonizer's strategy. They isolate you, make you feel you fend for yourself. We will help you to fend for yourself. We will help you to build you. Don't think of your brother. No. If you think, no. If you thought, you know, he can betray you. So they make you their friend. Without you understanding or trying to know the reason behind what they are doing. You feel they'll build you, they'll help you build you, and they will destroy you. And those of your brothers, those community, or that communionship that you're supposed to have, but they prevent you from having it, that should have been your backbone. Do you see the reason why they are trying very hard to destroy IPOB, to isolate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from IPOB? Because you know that IPOB is the backbone of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It's his backbone. The movement is his backbone. So they try to use his brothers in order to take glory, private glory, or, you know, to go it alone as a Kanu family. You know, for the night, this is a strategy. If they need money, they use one agent, one politician to corner them and give them money and advise them. If they want your brother to come out, if you want your brother to come out, do not, make sure to disassociate yourself. You are a Kanu family, we know you. They promote you, you become larger than life. Is it not how they did to Carlos, I mean the siblings of Onyendu? They told them, they cornered them. They met with what is the judge? The woman judge, Binta Nyako. To the extent they call him Mommy Nyako. It's what they call him, Mommy Nyako, Mommy Binta. Now, you know what the woman told them? Our people, we don't have sophisticated calculation. They told them that, you know, people that are destroying, that are spoiling your brothers coming out is Ozekome, the son. Remove the son. You don't need them. Remove Ozekome and the Jofo. Now, once you remove them, come apply for bail. I will give you bail. Give your brother bail direct. Say, mommy nyako, hey, mommy nyako. Don't worry. That is why they were shocked. You know, we are company here. Radio Biafra work is your cool kai. Kaina wako hanese ihe na emene. So that tomorrow, you people in Mandiga say the leadership. That is exactly what happened. Akona you know, as a teacher, him and the son was very people that are not sophisticated. Whereas the Nigerian government is telling them, remove your sons. Now, Nigerian government even go hire more sons to their side. Telling you people, go and destroy. The same way they told the Igbo presidency, go and destroy Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB. Now you come, we give you Igbo presidency. It is exactly the same thing. And the houses now, and these people, because they know that the people that hold them in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case is these people, Ifeanyi Ejiofor and Osekome. Because with these people, they cannot achieve anything Nigerians want to achieve, even in the court, on these people. They will be getting victory. It doesn't matter, even if they disobey court order, but they will be getting victory because these people, they know. But they told them, go and remove these obstacles, go and remove them. Don't worry, apply bail. I will give you bail on the 19th. And how and everything. Gaziana court and another thing. How could she Binta their mom in Binta say, hey, here is not a marketplace. I don't know the brain of Ndebo. No sophistication. Unless once you enter IPOB, you become saved. You start reasoning in a sophisticated way. How can they tell you? The same way they told all these useless Igbo politicians, go and destroy, you want to have a chance to rule Nigeria, to be president of Nigeria, go and make sure that kidnap that boy. Nnamdi Kanu. Go and bring him, make sure you sponsor and bring him, rendition him, and make sure IPOB is destroyed. Now you come, we give you Igbo president in 2023. Who is talking about Igbo president in 2023 again? They have forgotten it. They have forgotten it. But we will never forget. They have forgotten it. Another time they'll be talking about 2027. Can you quiet another noise again? People that are manipulable. That is why more than 30% of the whole black slaves in America, all Biafra from Bite of Biafra. You ask yourself why? People that are easygoing, manipulable. They get you one this thing, small thing, just your personal aggrandizement. You don't care. They don't care again about the community's interests. What matters to them? What the high here again with it? You want kind of siblings. In a situation they know that is critical. In a situation they know that is a IPOB and the Nigeria state. Now they are turning it. They want to turn it to call Russia Kano family and Nigeria state. You see, because of their greed. Because of their greed. I get here. I got this side. I'm not hitting mata. So that I got with I got also with IPOB. This is how narrow-minded many of our people have been. We will continue to stress this so that I put out from this type of mentality. I am telling you. It's killing us, it's destroying us. This is where I'm going to stop. Biafra remains who we are. Biafra remains our ideology, our tradition, our religion, everything we can think of is Biafra. Therefore, we will continue moving on until victory is achieved. There is no two ways about it. Therefore, I am going to stop here. And from me, Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, from here, it is simply good evening.